I have reached the end of my intro, which means it's time for me to swap screens. So you guys are now hearable by everyone.
Hello.
Let's go. Yeah, just let me know if you didn't get that invite, Jolteon, and then I'll try and figure out something.
I didn't see it. I'm gonna request to join Jocko, I guess.
Let me.
I don't have that interface open. You're gonna ruin everything.
That's fine. Then I'll just go. It told me. Oh, interesting.
How do I?
Alright, that's one team set up.
Oh, I probably just had to reload. Oh yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, I didn't see your invite, but I did send a request to join.
Do I need to click on anything?
No, I was talking to the team, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I didn't clarify.
Okay. No worries, just wanted to make sure. Alright, teams are set.
There we go. Hopefully you just got an invite.
I will wait for you guys to get that all set up before
Oh wait, it
I
failed.
hit.
Okay.
Go.
Let me. I'm gonna send you a link to it immediately.
Okay.
Kyle's apparently out to dinner right now. That's why he didn't show up.
Ah, that's fair.
Fair
Hope
enough,
he
yeah.
has a tasty dinner.
Absolutely. Hope you enjoy that, bro.
Amazing.
Eat your fill. Have a good night.
Hey, there we go. Okay, it does work. You're in.
I'm gonna break my stream. Oh wait, alright, never mind, it just worked. Sick.
Oh, Jolteon has joined the chat. I see it.
Woo! We got it to work finally.
I'm just glad that I got it to actually integrate with my OBS. So I don't have to have a separate chat window open for stream together chat.
we love when it works out like that.
Yeah, we do. Feels good, man. Alright, y'all ready for the first game?
What's that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, let's do this thing. Can't wait to try and keep track of stats by myself while also trying to commentate. This is gonna be good. Yo, Phoenix, thank you for the resub.
You let us commentate, and we'll just keep saying out of pocket shit just to make sure that it's interesting.
Shit, I forgot to say, this is the beginning of week 3, everybody.
Oh, let's go.
Week 3, the monkeys versus... Is this the flowers? This is the flowers.
It's the flowers versus monkeys, yep.
Wow, so these two people, these coaches, love each other. So I bet this game's gonna be like 20 innings long just so they can spend more time with each other.
Oh, absolutely.
My only big worry right now is the fact that with Hag's really not caring about his team anymore now that he got a win, the only thing I see it going from here on out is just like the team just exists. I don't see too many big moves happening, but the monkey's already getting a run in. Let's go.
I mean,
Yeah,
if it comes down to it that I have to sit there and like manage this team for him, then you know it is what it is. I would rather not have to manage 2 teams, but I'm already helping with like basically everybody's teams that don't know what they're doing, so.
I think this is a really good trial run. Like, granted, it would be a little bit trial by fire, but at the same time, I think it's showing people how they need to be drafting for the next time we do this, as well as like just how to how to make their team.
Yeah, for sure.
And also to make sure that we don't leave critters just on the board right off the bat.
And Wiggler getting a RBI hit. That's huge.
Absolutely.
And yeah, that's already 2 runs in the first inning.
It's already 2-0.
A big part of the lineup has already come through for the Monkeys. And
nice hit and can't jump
almost able to get that. And runners on the corners with the captain coming up for the Monkeys.
We can. Did he
I want to
start
see a
it?
star swing from him.
Oh, this
They're-
pop-up
okay.
version isn't any better than my own. That sucks.
Well, only 2 runs on. Toadet's already tired though.
Oh no.
After only 13 pitches, too.
I mean, like, I get 2 runs is gonna wear you down just because of that, but at the same time, like, it's the first inning.
I have a feeling that there's like certain things where like if they allow like a hit or contact when they were like up 2-0 in the pitch or something, then they get like more disappointed or something. Because like there are times that the pitchers just seem to get disappointed for what seems to be no reason.
Absolutely. I feel though that like I guess it would make sense if like it happened if the score was still like 2-0, for example, at the beginning of the next inning. I just don't think it should be like that for the first
Huge
inning. I
hit
feel
from
like
Daisy. And
it's
No
out!
attempt.
to rob it,
No
and
attempt.
it's gone. And the captain with the huge hit just striking right back, and it's all tied.
Honestly,
And-
that is massive momentum for the Flowers
Yeah.
already.
And Daisy wants to eat into Magic Koopa, saying, yeah, my pitcher's not the
Oh
only
my-
one that gets disappointed.
And that's the thing is, it's only 1 out right now. So not only is Magic Koopa tired already, but like he has a lot of pitching to do yet to get out of this inning.
He sure does. Oh, and did he
And Green
not
Toad
quite
put it up.
able to get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a great hit, but yeah. We've just seen other fielders who I feel like would definitely be able to get to that.
Also, I have to ask, because I'm guessing, Choco, you've played this. Have you ever been able to hit a Magic Koopa's star pitch?
Yes. Because it's just a matter of timing.
Because I don't know what it is. The timing, or like the way that it just falls, it feels like you have a like way less time to react to it than any other pitch, and
Oh,
so it just
absolutely.
messes me up so badly.
And Toadette might be disappointed, but she's not getting off the mound.
You speak a little too soon, I think.
Well, no, she's going for that double play. She says Magic Koopa is light work.
Or could she be no? Oh yeah, there's the double play. Okay, well,
Yeah,
she knew what she was doing.
yeah.
And Daisy just absolutely diving
Yeah,
for that too.
yeah,
So
Daisy
very good
being
play.
just the putting the team on her back like a captain should.
Absolutely.
Making a huge double play, getting all the runs so far for him. And Toadette, even with the star pitch, just not able to get the batter out. And yeah, that's gonna be kind of swap her out. Daisy's pretty
Right.
solid at pitching, so hopefully she can come in and carry through a decent amount of these innings.
Absolutely, because a big issue right now is the fact that, well, as we're seeing, as it's unfolding here, runners on corners, and Daisy was doing a lot in the outfield, like even in the limited time she was out there.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's now being forced to pitch already,
Yeah, and like
she can't have those slides anymore. Like,
and
she was
Toadette
doing.
like barely missed that because she's short. Daisy is tall. She would have got that. Like that's already an example of somewhere where
And Green Toad sliding
Yeah.
right past it, leading them to have that run.
And yeah, that
Mistakes
sneaking
can't be made.
through green toad is just painful. And Drybones in both his at-bats have gotten an RBI, I'm pretty, or unless
Yep.
he's had 3 at-bats.
I mean, you can look at the stats. Yeah, he has 2 RBIs for 2
Star
at-bats.
pitch.
And
I
no
wish the AI was
swinging.
smart enough not to swing at that.
Oh, but
Huge
launches it.
rip,
Oh no.
and no one's able to get there.
That's 4 runs
It's
put up this
gone.
inning.
And is Daisy gonna be able to stay on the mound and finish the inning? Or is that gonna be 2 pitchers eaten through in this inning for the Monkeys?
She's not tired yet, at least. So
Yeah.
it could be good signs for at least some stability and some chance at life here. But if this pace keeps up, it's not going to look good overall. They do get the out though.
And
But
And we
she
spoke too
gets
soon.
it right
Yeah.
after. Yeah, and at this pace, they're
Their pitching is not going to
five
survive.
pitchers, 2 pitchers in 2 innings, and a third one likely on its way in. Not looking good.
And while Diddy doesn't have the best pitching, his star pitch works really well against the AI. They almost always seem to, or that's the best contact I've ever seen someone hit on it. It's almost either a ground out or a swing and a miss.
Absolutely.
So I feel like they still have a very solid pitcher here, and if they can get through this inning without too much damage and they can keep Diddy on the mound, then they're going to be looking in a great spot.
But the Flowers are doing a really good job at making sure that those hits count until right then. But
Yeah.
during the 2 star pitches, like they had good contact, but just couldn't make any like real progress from it. So that really hurts them in the long run.
And even with a hit, that's a quick 3 up, 3 down for the side, and already the Monkeys back up to bat. And Daisy allowing a hit on the first pitch in the inning, and yeah, that's going to be disappointing.
See some good contact there. Just a double
Yeah.
play, which might keep Daisy in for just a little bit longer.
Yeah, solid contact, but that time Toad able to get in the right position, and just
Oh, the
not
letting
gonna let that through.
land. Yep, there's the switch out. So 3rd pitcher in 3 innings. Going with
And-
Green Toad is it is an
And Daisy
interesting
is-
choice.
Still on the inside infield, which
Yeah,
that part is very solid.
I was going to say,
Toad on
they
the
put her in a
mound,
good position at least.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, well you know what? Green Toad's able to get out of the inning without being tired, and so he's
That's
at
a
least
win.
going to be lasting longer than the other 2.
Right now, the Monkeys are a full
Absolutely.
batting rotation ahead of the Flowers.
so the
Which
Flowers
the-
got a lot of work to do right now.
Absolutely. And starting off good with a just regular base hit,
Yeah,
which
solid little base hit.
if you can just keep hitting those, you can rack up the score real quick. But Toadette not coming through for her team
Yeah.
and having that double play go through. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't have much faith in Dixie Kong here, especially after what we saw last game.
Time she was up this game, she had a solid hit to the outfield, but if Diddy Kong is going to keep throwing his star pitches, yeah, I feel like that's just, he's really picking on her. She's not a great batter, and he's just using his star pitches, like, that's just brutal.
Absolutely. And as much as I want to be unbiased here, I will go full on hate for Dixie Kong after that drop of the last, like literally last week. I will never forgive Dixie Kong for that drop of last week. It was in her glove, and she is not putting
Oh, and it happened again!
What just happened?
I don't know if that was commentator's curse or what, but she's like time and time
knocked
again.
her unconscious or something. I don't know what that was.
It was the earthquake. It was the earthquake that made it happen. But just time and time again, Dixie Kong is just a big cause of just really unfortunate events, and shows that like she may just be the least valuable player in the league. Genuinely.
That was a monster of a fast pitch, but that batter just doing exactly what you're supposed to with a fast pitch and taking it to the opposite like corner and ripping it.
I just want to point out, Purple Toad and Yuvi have both gone up to bat 3 times, and all 3 times they've made it a run, whether by their own volition or by being batted in.
And now Dry Bones is looking for his own home run, and like this is going to be the let's go Green Toad. Green Toad actually showing up as the first pitcher to really show up for this team.
Yeah. And Funky Kong last time he was up was able to find the fences.
That's foul though.
Trying it again, but yeah, just barely not able to keep it fair.
Are we looking at another
strikeout?
What is going on? What is going on?
Showing, you know what? For every mistake that Dixie Kong has made thus far in the season, Green Toad is just trying to put this entire team on his back and say, I will make up for this. I will redeem this team.
And he has a chance to bat this inning too.
And I want to see a home run. I truly do want to see him make up for this team.
And Daisy wisely was not set up perfectly for that pitch and would have been jammed if she swung, so she just let it go. And that time she was set up perfectly.
It's too late.
Yeah.
That's her second home run this game, by the way.
She was waiting for her pitch. She let the first 2 go, even though there were strikes. And once she got her pitch, it was gone.
Absolutely. And now Green Toad up to bat. And if he does as well batting as he does pitching, we could see some massive moves being made here by the Flowers. And he's charging too.
He is looking.
Okay, you know what? A good base hit though. A good base hit.
Just dropping it right in the gap. That's a solid hit, and eating through the pitcher, losing some confidence. And the me here wanting to bunt, but interesting. I don't know if they missed or if they pulled back.
They pulled back, but that's.
And that was just
bunting
a
is
bad
not going to be helpful. Maybe Red Toad wants to help out the other Toad here. No, not really that matters.
Drops it, yeah.
Green Toad playing his part and staying at that base though.
And Diddy Kong electing not to finish out the inning. Drybone's coming in. I don't know what me this is, but they have a
Oh no!
And Magic Koopa finally deciding to use their magic wand and just snatching that out of the air.
That was Trevor, by the way. Yes, what you
poor
said
Trevor.
you didn't know. You didn't know
poor
what
Trevor.
was. Yeah.
And we are looking at 5 runs away from a potential mercy rule.
And Daisy does not want to see it happen.
Yeah, Runner is not fast enough to actually make it there, so Daisy really trying to make sure that their team can stay in this. And Toadette doing the same.
Yeah, huge plays from the inside infielders this inning to keep no hits up.
We're finally starting to see the Daisy team kind of wake up and start doing something.
Yeah.
So, and it's finally not just on Green Toad anymore, so hopefully we can continue seeing some work being made there and finally see it on the offense side as well.
Green Toad has now reached the most pitching for a single pitcher for this team.
Which, to be fair, isn't too difficult after a game like this, but...
And then, yeah, into the gap, putting runners on the corners. That was a great hit for Magikoopa coming out. And a huge opportunity for Purple Toad here. And he just gets it to drop, and that's gonna be a great run.
Yeah, they just keep hitting it in the gap, and so now even Green Toad is just tired of this.
Every single time, until now, that Purple Toad was on base, he was able to make it home, but Toadette not wanting to let that happen.
The question though now becomes, are we going to see a fourth pitcher from the Flowers when we switch over to the top of the sixth?
Are the Flowers gonna be able to? Oh, and
Wiggler!
And Wiggler making a huge play, showing how height is just a dominant factor in that position. And jammed here, and just unfortunate.
Yeah, just no one's hitting it to the outfield like they need to for the Flowers. Toadette with a good eye though, making sure that not swinging at anything unnecessarily.
And great contact, but Wiggler just not gonna drop that. And 3 scary hitters for the Flowers to face here. Their pitcher is tired, and this guy's looking for the fences.
Absolutely, and when they only need four more runs, a base hitter in a Funky Kong is terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
Yo. And electing not to let the yo-yo rip, but that time he does.
One. And Drybone's going for third base, so runners at first and third.
Yeah, runners on the corners for Wiggler with no outs. And Green Toad electing to stay in. We'll see if that's a mistake or not. Big swing and a miss for the Caterpillar.
Oh,
and he's not going to make that mistake twice.
Dixie Kong has to try and clambers. Oh no! It stays up! It stays in the field. So, granted, a single home run here
does
ends the game.
Dixie Kong have clamber? Why would she? Yeah, I'm just confused on why she wouldn't elect to climb the wall there.
I don't know. But a double play.
A huge play from Toadette coming through.
Absolutely, because now it completely eliminates a home run from just ending up this game right now. So, granted, they need to make sure that Diddy Kong does not get on base, and that works perfectly for them. Now, the Flowers really have to make a move here, because every game the Monkeys just keep narrowing the gap it takes between them getting a mercy here. And again, I'm gonna say it because potentially the least valuable player in the league right now.
Yeah,
But making a statement by at least getting on base, which is massive.
I also do not think very highly of Dixie Kong, and that's about where I'll leave that.
I want to believe in Dixie, but just there's too many mistakes, especially in the outfield from her.
And Daisy looking for some big rips. Is she gonna try again? She is, and a big swing and a miss for the captain.
But Green Toad up now. Are we going to see something massive from him?
And that's a big hit.
Does it stay up? No, not enough. It does stay fair there.
Yeah, not able to get the out, but not able to get it to carry out of the park. So just a very long single coming through.
Which is completely fine, because if this Mew can get a... Oh no, that's not great.
Almost able to beat out the double play, but not quite. And barely
lacking the speed for it.
Monkey's just able to get out of there with without giving up any runs in one of their scariest positions they've been in yet.
Absolutely. And only 3 more runs are really needed anymore for the Monkeys to get this game done with. Daisy making sure that the first runner can't get on though. The first hitter can't get on.
Yeah, Daisy making huge plays in the field and huge plays at the plate, but like she just needs her team to step up and make huge plays with her too.
Honestly, because she's shown how much she wants this game, and at least to stay in it. But the rest of the team needs to be putting in that same effort.
And Toad pitching around Toad a bit here. Now he's giving him one to hit, and
it's a homer.
Yeah, that was not the decision. That's not what you want to do. He's seen that changeup too many times.
Absolutely, and now the Monkeys just need one more run to potentially put this game into Mercy territory. Granted, the Flowers still have the bottom of the inning, no matter what happens right now, to make sure that this game can try and stay alive.
And that's a rocket of a hit to the third baseman, but they're able to hold on, and that's
the Flowers keeping it close enough.
Yeah, able to get those last 2 outs without letting any more runners on base, and able to keep the dream alive at least.
Absolutely.
And the Wiggler just so tall. He's like a tree out there.
Absolutely, because it was great contact by Red Toad there, but you can't be hitting it to left field when Wiggler's standing right there.
And Wiggler, he might have a lot of height, but that height doesn't translate into length, and not able to get to that one.
Not that time anyway.
And a huge rip coming out.
But it could be stolen.
And an attempt to take and Funky Kong with a huge play, and the Monkeys just, you know, not allowing anything for the Flowers here. The Flowers trying their hardest to strike back, but the Monkeys just not letting it happen.
Absolutely, because that was a very much needed hit by the Flowers, but the fact that they couldn't get it over the fence really hinders them.
And not getting that to drop either is just unfortunate, and all of the efforts of the Flowers there just coming up with nothing.
Absolutely, and when you're just seeing inning after inning of just nothing scored by the Flowers, you wonder if they can at least make the point differential just a bit smaller. And because even that could be very helpful.
Batters here, and already a homer, and we're looking at potential Mercy rule happenings here if the Flowers can't answer back in the bottom here, and the Monkeys still have all 3 of their outs to go. They could get more runs this inning.
Absolutely, and now Red Toad's really hurting. Now, granted, this is the last inning that we could see a Mercy rule apply, but if they don't get at least 3 outs, and Wiggler, I thought that was gone for a second.
Yeah.
But they have some great hitters up to bat, and just pitcher after pitcher is tired, and they can't keep putting up with this.
And Toad really wants to get through the inning, but unfortunately Toadette just not able to stop that from squeaking through.
No.
And that's going to allow a runner on.
I gotta say, Diddy's performance this game has been lacking in almost every regard except pitching.
Great out, though, at least trying to keep them alive. But it just takes one swing of the bat to... I believe that if we saw, like, extra runs here, without any runs in the bottom, I think it'd be our first game that went past 10 runs, or like a greater than 10 run point differential.
And
No,
Magic
Dang,
Koopa
bring it,
wanted to make
though.
it happen, but Toadette saying no.
Oh my gosh, Falcon, thank you so much. Ginger rating into you, Jolteon, and Falcon, absolutely massive rate. Thank you so much.
We didn't
No,
die.
didn't die. Let's
Congratulations.
go.
And a hit straight to Wiggler and a quick out.
What were y'all playing tonight, Falcon?
They were playing Chain
I know what they
together.
were playing. Yep, they were playing Chain together.
Oh yeah, I can see why. I can see why they said we didn't die now.
Oh, that's solid.
Is it gone though? No,
No, it's not getting
quite.
out.
I thought
that's-
Daisy was gonna rip that out again.
That's the game?
That's a called game. That's so rough. That's so rough.
So, Green Toad was single-handedly the longest pitcher of that game. Or not longest, but like most pitches at 31.
Which
Yeah.
is honestly just kind of disappointing because he was trying so hard for his team, but the monkeys just kept putting up run after run.
So any raiders that don't know what's going on here, we're commentating on Mario Super Sluggers. So a few different people in the EG community here drafted teams together, and this is all AI playing. So we are just commentating on it and gathering stats and letting the AI play. So that game, yeah, that was all AI. So that's what's going on here. It was all organized by Choco here. So
It's me.
yeah.
Yeah, and Choco has been an amazing host so far and
like-
gathering a bunch of stats.
Like Choco said, Diddy with the lackluster performance, literally 0 points coming through for the captain.
I just want to point out these numbers. I just want to point out these numbers. This is how bad
Yeah.
Diddy is failing Dynamongo. This man went up to bat 5 times. He didn't get a single hit. All right, not a single hit.
Though, just carrying him.
He only pitched
Yeah.
17 times, got 4 hits against him in a run, and for only 3 innings before he tagged out for somebody else.
But thank you so much again for the the raid, Falcon, and thank you so much for the follow, Stark
thank you.
and Hellion. You
Anyways.
are absolutely amazing.
Let's start getting ready for the next one.
So what team are we looking at now, or what teams?
We're looking
Pretty
at
sure.
the eggs versus the monsters. The eggs are going to be home.
Ooh.
Wait, oh shoot! I thought it was me.
New. Which means we're going to be at Yoshi Park at night, which is a field we haven't seen yet this season.
Ooh. And that, like, Yoshi Park at night is very, very fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie, it is a very good looking stadium.
Yeah, since we haven't seen it yet, I do not recall what it looks like.
This is Tinkerjings versus Crosswords here.
But I do know that roller coaster there, that reminds me of Baby Park from Mario Kart, which is the best track in any Mario Kart ever. You can at me. I will
Strong
fight
disagree. Strong disagree.
Yeah. I'm very, very sorry. I'm gonna have to disagree with you because Moo Moo Meadows is right there. And speaking of which, I cannot wait to start maining Cow in Mario Kart. It's gonna be so amazing.
I hope that they make like a new baseball that has as many characters as they add, because they added the freaking the duck from Super Mario Sunshine as a playable character. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'm really I'm not going to lie, I'm wondering if with them giving so much attention to characters like Pianta, like Cataquack, and all of those, like are we going to start seeing them make appearances in like a new Mario game? Are we going to see them?
I thought you were going, are we
games?
going to see Super Mario Sunshine 2 or a remake? I thought that's where you were going.
I know there's
Very
potentially
nice.
a new baseball game in the works because Nintendo's renewed their like partnership with the Seattle Mariners, which means that they might be getting ready to announce it sometime in like the next year or two. Because the last time they had a partnership with the Mariners, they announced this game that we're running right now.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
That's pretty awesome.
I have been coping, telling myself that there was going to be a new Mario baseball game for so long, and that is giving me hope that I do not need right now.
I understand. I'm sorry for letting you know, but I've been ever since I started doing all this stuff, I've been on the subreddit, and like that's been something that people are talking about. They're like, "Oh shit, it's gonna happen."
I've just been huffing just
all the copium.
unhealthy amounts of copium, just telling myself that we are definitely getting a new Mario baseball game. It's happening. And like it's all going to be okay.
I wish you know, if they released a Mario Strikers 2 or something and actually made it good, maybe I could forget that the first one existed and play that one.
You're saying
the first one that came out on the Switch.
Okay, I was gonna say
the
first two were.
No, the first two were amazing, and the one that came out on the Switch was terrible. Yeah, so like one, if they made a second one for the Switch or like the Switch 2, I could possibly, if it was really good, maybe I could forgive them for what they did.
And I genuinely blame it entirely on them making like there's no longer captains. Like and you got the sidekicks on your team as well. They made sure that like you had 4 playable essentially characters, and then on top of that, adding in stuff like armor and stuff like that makes the game just more complicated than what it needs to be.
Oh, kind of like what they did with Mario Kart 8.
I mean, a little bit, but I feel like Mario Kart 8 at least had the time to grow on people and become something good.
It only had the time because they waited 2 whole consoles before they released a new one.
No, because Mario Kart 8 came out on the Wii U. It's just no one
and then
really
then the
got
Switch,
Wii U.
they re-released it on the Switch, so it's 2 full consoles. Okay, that's 2 full consoles. I don't give a shit what you have to say, man.
But still, like people really liked Mario Kart Deluxe, and honestly, they liked it. They liked Mario Kart 8 even before like all the DLC and just the regular version of it. So I can't. Like
I did like 8 a lot.
Yeah, I don't think it's a fair comparison to say.
And I never played it on the Switch. I only played it on my sister's Wii U. So
yeah.
But King Boo, starting for the monsters here, this is honestly someone who I was looking at to be one of my pitchers, and so far, he's not proven to be as dominant as a pitcher as I expected him to be.
Oh
What
my
a huge play
gosh.
from Hammer Bro there.
Absolutely, and that's why the bros are just top tier characters, and I like never forget that. It doesn't matter if it's Boomerang Bro, Hammer Bro, or Fire Bro; they are just amazing characters.
I think they were all grabbed before I even got to my second pick.
Yep, they were all grabbed in the first 2 rounds. And a big hopping grab for Goomba, and that, I think there was a hit there, but that's a quick, like 4 up, 3 outs. And King Boo, looking a little bit dominant there right after I talked a little bit of smack. I love to see it.
And you know what? I will say it. I traded for King, like a critter for King Boo, I believe, and I will never regret that decision. I am so happy that I got critter out of that, and I think my team needed him.
Yeah, I think they're both solid players, and I think both of them suited. I think that trade was mutually beneficial.
The Lady Streaming Falcon, thank you so much for the follow.
And Bowser looking for the fence here, wanting to make this baby cry.
Almost hit him.
Yeah, the baby wants to hit him just with the baseball. Oh,
huge rip, but Yoshi's flying in. But
no.
the train!
The train!
Yeah.
Baby DK getting hit twice with the train, at least, if not 3 times.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
poor
God.
baby DK. And Yoshi making the effort to get there, but his own train just proving to be too big of an obstacle.
And it doesn't matter if it's day or night, that train is just absolutely lethal.
There's no train during the day.
I thought that there was, it just
No,
came
it's just
last.
it's a wiggler. Like an actual wiggler.
Oh.
Is it?
And King Boo ripping a shot, but the train not there this time, and not gonna save him that time, or save a hit that time.
Absolutely. And everyone should be checking out Streaming Falcon and drop him a follow. If you're not, what are you doing?
Absolutely.
I already followed him. You can't make me do it again.
Great move.
And a big rip from Noki, and that's gonna drop.
Absolutely. The only thing
Great
I was
start.
surprised. Yeah, the only thing I was surprised by there is that the Piranha Plant didn't pick it up.
Yeah, I was a little worried they might. And Critter striking back with the 2-run home, and Goomba getting hit twice by the train.
People are just not seeing anything good from this train. It doesn't matter what side of this you're on, you're just getting absolutely demolished right now.
There's a shutout stuck in the middle of my screen. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, Problem grabs it.
I can't pause this.
I had no idea how that Piranha Plant worked. That was crazy.
Wait,
I
I
create
gotta-
a double for Magic Koopa.
I gotta stop the game temporarily here. I gotta fix this issue real quick.
You're fine. But no, yeah, that's what I meant when I was surprised that the Piranha Plant didn't pick it up, because
Yeah,
usually when you
hit it, yeah.
when you do hit it, or when you hit it near them, they will actually like go like bend down, bite it, and pick it up and transfer it over to a random pipe like that.
Oh, that's a wrong thing.
You cannot be like standing right next to the area where they are going to
Maybe
be tossing
redoing
it back
it will
out.
fix it. Come on.
Hey yo, Streaming Falcon was playing Mario Sluggers. Let's go.
Yeah, that's broken. Clearly, I need to fix that.
No, it's not broken. It's telling the truth. Everyone go play Sluggers.
I think it's good now.
Yeah,
I think it's good now. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, what was it? What did that? Paratrooper Green got a hit, right? Pretty sure Paratrooper Green got a hit.
He got a double.
Got a double. Wish that was something I recorded, but I don't record that. Anyways. Resume!
And Baby Peach coming out with a solid hit, and Goomba able to throw through that item usage. I thought that item usage was going to secure a run.
Only a slap.
And Goomba with an insane grab and able to get the throw to Bowser for the double play. That was an insane grab for this guy.
And even though Goomba doesn't have any arms, what an arm on Goomba to just toss it like that.
And although Goomba trying his hardest to get his team out of this inning without any pain, not able to get to that one. And was that Snow?
Yeah, that was Snow.
And Snow just able to drop in a single and get an RBI. Get another run for the eggs here. And Yoshi able to drop one down, and that's 2 on, 2 out.
Absolutely, and the fact that we're seeing that the Bowser team had to switch out pitchers already is very, very good. But that's... Oh, and Bowser's tired.
Or I think...
I think
he's just frustrated. I think that because we didn't see the sweat mark, I don't think he was tired. I think that was just an animation of him being frustrated with the inning. But we'll have to see. Yeah, that was a great heads-up play from Critter to come over and save that play. And Goomba able to just drop a nice hit out in left field, and that's gonna put 1 on for, is this Lewis?
This is Barrett. I put Barrett in the low spot in the batting order. But it's fine. It's better this way than it is the other way, I guess.
The chem bubble. Oh my gosh.
And a hit gonna set Baby Peach here, and this is a big RBI chance for Lulu. Chance for the Monsters to even it back up.
So you're laying out for it and getting the double play that it was very necessary.
A huge play from Critter, and yeah, that's gonna secure the inning without much pain.
I don't know how I'm keeping up with these stats with how tired I am. I'm not gonna lie.
And Blooper with a rip. Is it gonna stay in? And Blooper with the solo homer.
Rico showing up for his favorite character just to watch him hit a massive home run is absolutely amazing.
And the A is able to extend their lead here and out slugging this.
My favorite part of this is the stuff that you said about the Monsters last week, but the fact that you think that they're the only ones that could keep up with production with the Wild, and the eggs are just dunking on them right now.
Exactly.
I gotta say though, like, I'm surprised by the Monsters' performance so far, because it is not good, and the eggs just keep tallying everything up.
And I thought that was going to be out, and that's just a long double, but I mean, that's still a huge hit, and with a runner in scoring position, Paragoomba here is swinging hard, and Paragoomba gonna be able to get a glove on that, and crazy play. That was needed to save a probably what was going to be a run.
Absolutely.
And even though the ball disappeared, Hammer Bro able to snag it and
had it completely covered.
Yeah, he just read it right off the bat and said, I don't need to see the ball. I know where it's going. And even though Baby Peach is tired, electing to stay in here, she has only put up 1 run, even though I feel like she got tired very early. So he's putting in some solid work despite being tired.
Absolutely.
And Baby DK barely not able to get to it. And Baby Peach says...
The charge.
that she can force a double play here, and if not, then she's probably gonna get off the mound.
Critter laying out for it. It doesn't get
Critter,
across though.
that what looked like was gonna be a hit, Critter absolutely stealing from the batter and making it a close double play and just flexing on him. And Baby Peach electing to challenge the captain here. Let's see if that is a smart decision or not.
But you know what? I respect it so much, but at the same time,
Yeah,
that's what happens
gotta
when you challenge
respect the
Bowser.
ego, but yeah, you know,
At the end of
I
the
guess
day,
I
that's what
respect it,
happens.
but yeah.
It's just when you're going up against Bowser, it's you usually walk him or you just try and jam him up to make sure that,
Yeah.
that happens. And CPUs just can't do that nearly to the level that they need to. And now King Boo's here to try and put it even further away and just make this a tie game. Stays low. Blooper grabs it.
Blooper with the big plays this game. A solo homer, a big snag there, and
Absolutely.
putting in a lot of work.
Literally the only way probably that we saw the eggs trying to keep a lead on that was Blooper catching that, and he did exactly that.
And Baby DK just grounding straight to Hammer, bro. Unfortunately, and that puts No up to bat here. Last time he was up, I think he got a solid hit, and there he goes again. And great item usage, but not able to stretch that quite into a double.
No, and so it makes you wonder. They're just not using items like they need to. It makes you wonder if they can try and put some runs on the board to grow this lead that they have, because they're going to need it as this game continues.
The eggs just doing what they do best and just getting solid base hits, just getting runners in position, and now they have a great chance here. And that star pitch is almost always going to be a swing and a miss from the batters. So if Bowser elects to do that 3 times here, then he's going to get out of this at bat fairly free.
Absolutely. And not only a star swing, but just completely forgetting that the bullet bill does the loop-a-loop. Noki working as
big hit from
hard as she
Noki, but
can.
yeah, Hammer Bro just snagging it. An absolute great effort from Noki, but Hammer Bro not gonna let that slide.
No. So while they leave 3 runners stranded, they can still keep this game even. It's just, how are they going to make it happen? Oh
And
no.
that item usage, huge for the monsters, and that's 2 on with no outs, and all the chemistry from these batters coming up, this is very scary for Yoshi. He's gonna need to hope for some poor contact for a double play to get out of this.
Or even a triple play just to try and stop the bleeding, but the dive isn't helping. They do get the double play though.
That is a big double play, but that gives, I'm pretty sure this is Lulu here. Lulu a solid chance to get a run in, but not able to get it to the outfield, and yeah.
They somehow keep it close.
Yeah. Egg's gonna get out of there without any pain. And Critter, one of the huge producers for the eggs, coming up here and able to get a nice solid hit to start out the inning.
Just barely putting it over Hammer Bro's head as well, which is very, very close, but
Yeah, getting anything past Hammer Bro is quite difficult.
not a sacrifice run there though.
Yeah, and able to advance the runner and not have that be a double play. So a very, very solid interaction there for Paracupa. And Bowser pulling out the star pitch again, and will we see it once again here? We will, and he wants the K.
And he will get it.
And Bowser smartly electing to use his star pitches in big positions.
But not big enough unless he wants to use it right here and right now, because Critter is in a perfect scoring position, and there's... Oh, that could have been a lot worse. But
yeah, able to get that. And he's just not afraid of snow, and he trusts his infield to be able to get that. He knows Snow's not going to put it in the outfield, and he just trusts his gloves to be able to get and make the play.
Absolutely.
And Dracula with the big swing here, but the Piranha Plant not quite able to get it, and that's going to be an easy fly for the right fielder.
Rybone's putting it through though, getting a good base hit, setting up for potential here for Hammer Bro, which this could put them back in the lead if they had a good homer. Not the height that they want.
Oh, but a huge item usage.
Item.
And not able to score off of it? Yeah, but
it doesn't matter, because this could be a 3-run homer.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Bowser has not hit a homer yet
for you is a back fly, so. And there it goes,
there
and yeah,
there's the wall.
It stays in the park, though.
In, but that's a long single, and runners on the corners again.
That is incredibly lucky for Yoshi's team.
Yeah, just barely stays in, and that's gonna rob Bowser of his 3-homer game, but I mean, he's not upset. That's an RBI. He tied up the game. And King Fu able to get a...
He missed the dash.
And runners on the corner again.
The fumbles on this team.
Yeah, and the eggs just falling apart a bit here. And a monster swing from Paragoomba.
And it stays in as well.
But that's able to get a run, and
yeah, the eggs are just getting lucky break after lucky break right now, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, yeah, these balls aren't going out of the park, but I mean, they're still having runs scored against them. So yeah, while it doesn't hurt as bad as it could, it is far from a good inning for them.
Keeping all runners on the base.
That item usage absolutely clutch and loading the bases.
And Barrett's up for, oh no. Double play to save the inning.
And almost able to beat out that double play, almost able to get the bomb off, but not quite. And yeah, Critter able to get it off and stop the bleeding. But almost seems like they might have bled too much.
I think so, and especially with a quick first out from Yoshi of all people, it's not looking great.
Yeah, and
into another one.
With the momentum that the monsters have, it's just gonna be hard for the eggs to get back into this game. The eggs get some solid like base hits and get a lot of runners on, but I mean, if they can't have the explosive innings of big homers that the monsters have, then they're just not going to be able to keep up.
Absolutely.
Because, yeah, while, yeah, they didn't score anything there, and the monsters, and Critter able to make a huge play there, but the monsters, every single inning, just have a nice big threat of being able to get some runs. They have solid hitters. all over their batting order. But not able to get any solid contact this inning, and just 2 quick outs.
No, that's
Air.
gone. That's absolutely gone.
Yeah, and that was
Monsters increasing their lead even more.
a crazy rip coming out from Dry Bones, and yeah, nobody's gonna be able to lay a finger on that. Wow, and yeah, Monster's not done in this inning. Bowser's back up, and with some chem on, yeah, that's gonna be scary that he's gonna rock a homer, and yep, there it is. Bowser this game, I think he's 4 for 4, and he has 3 homers. Just an absolute massive day. Every swing of the bat has produced a run too. Well, not every swing, but every time he's made contact.
Very much so, and the fact that they're up already by 5 and the inning isn't over, and King Boo can just easily put it over, making this a game 4 runs away from Mercy territory. Grant only getting a base run, but still, who knows what could happen.
A lot of these sluggers do get like really like solid far hits, but a lot of times they're so slow it just turns into a long single like that. And Paragoomba able to get a great shot out to center, and that rain gonna come into play again.
Doesn't bring in a run though.
And King Boo electing to turn around might have been, I mean, it looks like the correct decision. We all know of Critter's
getting
arm.
the inning finally.
Yeah, and yeah. Critter doing what he does best, breaking his neck to get his team out of a bad position.
Bowser's now pitched 30 pitches this game so far.
He's doing pretty well for his team, honestly.
And Critter also making the trend come into play.
Absolutely. And so with runners on second and third, this could be a very, very good double by Paratrooper here, or even just a single if he can put it up.
Yeah, any contact is huge, and
that's through.
Into the outfield is gonna be
Critter's on run. That's fine.
And
it's a 3-run game. It's a 3-run game.
That's still a hit for Critter, that even though he got out.
You mean Paratrooper?
And that's 2 RBIs. Yeah, sorry. And Bowser in shortstop, able to make a huge diving catch, moving 3 inches while diving, but
yeah, and
able to make the play.
In probably one of the least expected spots for Bowser to be useful. He makes himself very useful there. Unfortunate, though, shot for Baby DK just to hit it right there, because if it was almost anywhere else in the field, that robbery.
Yeah,
that robbery's crazy.
Hammer Bro here just so many times this game has just stolen base hits. And that's really what you want to see from your inner midfielders. Yeah, you just want to see them steal those hits.
Absolutely. Not getting to it, but at least keeps it to first and third. No runs happening yet in the inning, but it is a clean board right now.
And that's a nice score, if anyone had not noticed that.
Absolutely it is. It's very nice.
And Drybones with a nice hit. Unfortunately, DK, he wanted to make the buddy toss, but he missed the ball on the tackle and not going to be able to save the run like that. It would have been an unlikely situation for him to save the run anyway, but if you're going to miss the ball, you're not going to even have a chance.
And that's really what I've been seeing from all of the, oh no, wait, does it still gets there?
And
amazing
Critter once
play.
again, that's the second time Critter has not let an item stop or allow a hit. He keeps saving his second baseman.
Absolutely, and I will say though, that is one thing we keep seeing from baby DK. It's just trying to dash into the ball and then letting it go right past him because he misses it. But this team is just constantly shutting, like the defense is shutting down any hits that are being made right now from the eggs.
Yeah, and the eggs are definitely going to be making an effort here, and they're making good contact. But yeah, the monsters just keep basically stealing away their base hits and not allowing them to do what they do best and just get on base.
And I so genuinely think that Hammer Bro needs MVP for this game, because without him,
with him on defense, he's definitely doing a lot, but without Bowser's 5-6 runs that he's produced, like, this would be a completely different game. Make that 7.
Oh my gosh. Not even visible on screen for a while there. And while I completely agree with you as far as Bowser's runs, it's just if the entire team is just getting shut down anytime that they try and put a hit out into the field,
yeah, it's
like,
gonna be big morale.
The morale is just going to be there for you to keep putting up those runs and just keep shutting down any motivation from your opponents.
No, but yeah, sure, like, stealing hits away for Hammer Bro is also just like helping the pitcher like stay on the mound and like keep their confidence. And Blooper able to get a backward K there against King Boo, and then lefting after the strikeout to get off the mound. An absolutely crazy decision.
Very surprising call. But let's hope it's the right one for them, because that's really what they need right now. Yoshi not helping out Critter though, the way Critter's helping out Yoshi.
Yeah, amazing item usage, and yeah, Critter just not getting the same helping hand, and Critter able to make the play but not able to get the double play because of the item usage or even get an effort at it.
Yeah. And Critter really just being the one to put up the outs here with no help from his team.
And he has a chance to bat again this inning, so yeah, he has a chance to not only shut out the enemy team in that inning, but also produce the runs they need this inning or the game's over. Or wait, is it? It's the top of the ninth, right? Or...
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
If Critter and the rest of his team can't put up the runs that they need, which honestly, even though it's not a home run, getting that base hit and a very safe base hit is incredibly crucial at this point in time.
Absolutely.
But they can't be making those plays.
Bowser just being a legend in the field and just laying out and making crazy plays at shortstop. You would expect, at least I would expect, Bowser going in at shortstop to end up being a poor fielding decision by the coach, but Bowser proving he can play anywhere.
And I'm going to say it, that's the difference between Greg and Green Paratroopa is Gray at least gets has to have huge robberies to get just his team just shut down like that, where Paratrooper just puts it right to Bowser. But that's just my opinion.
Absolutely.
Monsters coming off with a huge win there, though. Really needed, especially after those early innings.
Yeah, the Monsters in the early innings weren't keeping up, but I mean, you just able to see they just inning in and inning out. It's almost more. It is more likely for them to score a run in an inning than for them not to, and that's just really going to be hard to keep up with for any offense.
True.
Absolutely, the consistency being there helped out more than anything.
160 points for Critter.
Holy
Jesus.
crap!
Not even slightly surprising to me. Between the fielding and batting that he was doing, he was carrying the team on his back for sure.
Bowser got 225.
225.
Jesus Christ.
Between items, pitching, batting, and fielding,
Oh my!
just really showing every aspect of the game other than stealing bases and the base running.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely shocking. And that is the most that we've even seen from a single character, right? As far as points.
I think so, yeah. I think that is the most we've ever seen. Not something I'm tracking, by the way. I'm not tracking how many points the game is giving arbitrarily. I'm actually tracking real stats.
I just feel like that is very rare to see, unless it's an actual player character, person playing. That you don't see stats like that very often, if ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up is the Muscles versus the Spitballs. Ash. It's Seamed versus Ash. And it is at
Waluigi
Wario
versus
City Night.
Wario.
Bring it, Ash.
Now, I really like both these teams, and I think both teams kind of are momentum based, where if they're able to get ahead and keep their pitcher nice, then they'll go far. But I mean, both of these teams, if they're big producers and hitters are not able to get the hits they need, then it's going to be a bit of a struggle on offense for both teams. So I want to see a big game from both teams. I want to see a lot of offense here, but it's very easy that this could be a no-run game with how solid both teams' defenses are.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry, I forgot where this game was gonna be, but Wario, at least on his home field last game, was not electing the charge swing at all. So that's gonna be another important thing to keep an eye out for, is if Wario is actually gonna use his bat to try to produce runs, or if he's gonna be a little bit shy with the bat.
Yeah, it was definitely surprising not to see Wario charge as much as he really should have, but he kept it consistent, which is really what helped my team come out with the win. And
he's
really
definitely definitely making great contact and doing what he needs to. It's just surprising from a character like Wario, such a selfish posting guy, to just be more of a team player than an ego player.
Absolutely.
in the middle infield for both of these teams are just absolutely stacked. Gonna be stealing runs from hitters all day.
Absolutely.
Now,
But we both have some weak sides. For example, with my team, the yellow Shy Guy is obviously not going to be as strong as like Hammer Bro and stuff, or Fire Bro in Ash's case. And so we're really going to have to see how all of this kind of plays out. And kind of same with, honestly, same with Baby Daisy. Like, and like while Waluigi's very strong, oh no, okay. I'm just kind of waiting to see now.
Yeah, this is the lineups. If you're wondering where everybody is.
Yeah, so Waluigi's going to be very strong, and Fire Bro are both going to be very strong at second base and shortstop.
And we did see after Baby Daisy got off the mound and went to second last week, he is able to make the same diving catches that Shy Guy can, where it's not going to be the same robbery that a Bro can hold out, it can like pull out, but like it's definitely respectable plays that Baby Daisy can make.
Absolutely.
All right. Are we ready for it to begin?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I need a second.
Austin,
So we're gonna wait a minute. I'm trying to get a drink real quick. Don't sit up. Don't mind me.
I think I might actually need to get rid of my redeem that I call someone cute because my fiance doesn't like it.
Oh no! Your fiance doesn't like it.
He doesn't like me calling other people cute. I'll just have to preface it with like, you're cute, but not as cute as my beautiful fiance.
That's funny. All right, let's start.
Let's get it. Another stadium that I absolutely love, though, is right here, because just between the grates that can really mess up the plays, as well as the arrows, and just the overall design just being top-notch, I absolutely love this stage.
Yeah, I do really enjoy this stadium. And this stadium, while it doesn't feel as small as like Daisy Cruiser, I still feel like this is a slightly smaller than average stadium, and I'm excited to see if we're gonna see some big hits because of that.
Absolutely, and honestly, hitting it directly to that arrow right off the bat, and already us having that RBI opportunity here with Magic Koopa on second and the me on first could make some massive plays for us here, and this is exactly why I put Wario here. We love to see the charge. Can he put it out and over? He can, and he
swing and
that's what I'm
line drive over center. That's exactly what I'm saying with this being a slightly smaller field. Just a line drive able to carry out, and not to say that's not a huge hit, but just getting that to carry out is well, that's huge for Wario's team. And yeah, that's 3 runs in the top of the first and no outs. And
Absolutely.
I'd be disappointed if I was Baby Daisy too.
Yeah, and Baby Daisy's already feeling the effects of it, honestly, which is not going to be great for them, but getting a strikeout does help recover it a little bit. But how much does it actually affect how she pitches or what the team thinks?
Yeah, and while that strikeout was huge for the team, that would have been a lot more huge in one of the first 3 batters.
Good hit. Doesn't get there.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit the arrow though either. So the team stays safe.
And Baby Daisy already coming out, and Waluigi coming in. Not even
Very
out of the
helpful
first.
team. Yeah, very helpful for my team to already kind of disrupt that. And while it's a good hit, it's straight to Choco, which does help out the Spitballs to get out of the inning and try and start mounting a comeback here.
And the Spitballs are gonna need their star hitters to put in some work here. Noki has quickly become a favorite of mine as a hitter. I've been very surprised with how great all the Nokis and consistent all the Nokis are. Every time I see him up to bat, I expect to see a hit.
And Nokis are very, very good, just typical base hitters. But
this is what we needed from Fire, bro. But
it doesn't get out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not able to put the same exit velocity on it that Wario can, and just letting the outfielders get under it, and that's just going to be an unfortunate long fly ball for Fire Bro. And just barely missing the zone and not able to get the strike there, but Shy Guy doing what he does best in defying the laws of physics with his glove.
And absolutely, and I'm going to say consistent here. That should not have been caught. Just like it shouldn't have been caught against Greg. That should not have been caught. That was like 8 feet from Shy Guy, and I was watching it. Shy Guy was eating those bricks out there. I don't know what his plan was, but it was not to catch that ball. And the cat bobble. And Monty Mole is just throwing.
And able to get a double out of that, unless that's considered an error. I'm not really sure what the ruling on that is.
It is an error from Baby Daisy because of the bobble, and it does get out. And while that's
able
not
to get
an RBI.
Yeah.
Magic Koopa is a very good base hitter and can absolutely put this through.
And that's a big double
This is
play.
dangerous though. Yeah, this is very dangerous for my team now.
And a very solid hit.
And even better.
And that turned into a triple. Oh, and if they elected to choose that or use that item earlier, it most definitely would have been a triple.
Absolutely. But getting another run here is just insanely important.
And with the captain up to bat again, we could see another homer.
Absolutely, and turn this into a 6-0 game. But with the star pitch, does he take the risk? He does! And Baby Daisy catches it!
Yeah, able to make some
amazing
solid contact, but yeah, Baby Daisy just stealing a hit. And then a chance to bat right away. We've seen some monstrous hits from Baby Daisy. I kind of want to see her rock a homer here.
Absolutely, but the me is there to catch it.
While she put in a great effort for it, yeah, just not able to do it, and me being able to get there. And Jocko up to bat. The nickname of Jocko, known fuck up, but not. Oh, I mean, that wasn't exactly a fuck up. But
you know what? It wasn't an intentional fuck up. You know, it's just it's Critter in the outfield. That's just Critter in the outfield or infield for you. That's not even on Choco at that point.
And Waluigi back on the mound here, hoping to keep the Muscles from being able to score here.
Big hit from Ashley.
But
absolutely. Do they use the open to try and stop it?
Great contact from Ashley and able to hit Monty Mole, but Choco able to snag the ball and stop that from being a hit.
This
That's
is
2
one
quick outs for Waluigi
hell of a-
already.
Yeah, this is one hell of a defense inning for the Spitballs. But they really do need some offense going on top of all of this.
Yeah, they absolutely need to produce on offense. And yeah, while they do have a lot of great shutout innings for the Spitballs, just having great defense isn't ever gonna cut it when teams are gonna jack homers against you. I mean, every single team is capable of hitting a home run. You need to be able to score to be able to keep up with that.
Absolutely.
And I think this is the first time the captain's coming up and yeah, and able to drop a single out there. I was gonna say he's had a very solid showing throughout the whole season, getting a lot of base hits.
That's only the second hit so far for the Spitballs, by the way.
Damn.
Which is not entirely surprising considering how we've seen this game has been going, but it seems like they are starting to kind of mount a comeback of at least some hits, because Nogi is also a very known base hitter, and if they can get to Fire Bro in the lineup,
and they get
be
bases loaded for Fire Bro is a huge opportunity.
This is crucial.
Yeah, this is exactly who you want to have up. And electing to start swing instead of a card swing, but that's gonna drive in
3 across though.
3 runs, and that's a huge play for Fire Bro. While not able to tie up the game more than you could ask for from a player in that situation.
That was huge. That was actually huge.
Yep.
And Magic is tired too now, so the question now becomes, can we get out of this inning? Oh wow, we switch up pitchers. Okay.
Uh-oh, the bias is showing. You said we. Insane.
I believe my team. This is my team. I will absolutely admit that I'm biased as hell.
Okay.
And Dry Bones,
Steal that.
And it's gone.
but the actually running it in.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
What?
about.
Snagging it out of the hat or whatever that is up there.
In the top hat, reaching all the way up there, stretching his little body as far as it can go to reach that one. We love to see it.
And that's 2 homers, Rob, for the Muscles here, and their defensive play is just huge. And Baby Daisy rocking a shot, but once again,
Toad is popping off this just game.
Toad's not even doing it. Toad's not even doing it. He's just being thrown up there, okay?
Yeah, who's that right fielder that's running in?
That's Aiko.
He's the one catching the ball. He's the one
Aiko's the
stretching his
MVP
body.
there. No. Aiko's the one making the marathon from right field.
Listen, I get that Aiko is putting up just insane plays here alongside Yellow Toad.
Yeah,
But Yellow Toad is
Toad's
clipping
putting in
himself
work.
through the top hat to make sure that these outs get done.
He's also so close to hitting a homer there. Like, for sure. He's putting in a crazy amount of work. But
And these start
Waluigi,
pitches from Waluigi are shutting us down.
yeah, just able to, and yeah, like, I feel like even if it results in an out, a lot of times a long fly ball just disappoints a pitcher, and we're able to see that there. Even though he got the out, Waluigi, maybe he's just tired, but he wasn't too happy.
Weirdly enough,
Absolutely.
I think Monty could have actually made the play there. I don't know why he didn't go for it.
Yeah, I feel like there's... I think there's a lot of times that
There it is.
outfielders don't necessarily dive when they could. Yeah, big play from Firebro, and that's gonna get him out of that inning with no runs.
Absolutely.
And Chaco electing to watch a pitch go straight down the middle. That's because he's waiting for the pitch he wanted, but unfortunately, Critter is one of those robbers of base hits and not gonna let it slide.
Absolutely. Critter is just making sure that this game happens exactly. All right, Monty Mole. He went to the right side and everything and just went, nah, this isn't it.
Oh, and the bobble
see,
from
that's
Shy
what
Guy.
we should be seeing. That's what we should be seeing from Shy Guys. I agree with this. I am not completely biased to where I will, say that something like that shouldn't happen. But, oh my gosh.
And a surprising ball. I don't know about that call, Blue, but I mean, I guess
it does.
And yeah, able to get that, turn that double, and that's big for the Muscles.
Absolutely.
And just able to hold on to that lead and put themselves in and this is a great position for them to be able to score. If they can get on base here, then it's terrifying of Wario being able to get a possible 2-run shot.
And it hits the arrow. Doesn't help us really, though, with moving even more bases. But Wario's up to bat, does not elect to charge, does get the hit. It doesn't get down.
Yeah, Monty able to get to that one.
Poor Monty, though, just getting absolutely demolished. Ball gets down.
Yeah, and
they're
a
on
nice
base.
hit right up the middle, and that's 2 on. And Shy Guy here bobbled the ball on defense. Is he gonna bobble the ball on offense? Yep.
A little bit, yeah.
While Firebro did make a good play there, but allowing them to turn a double play is unfortunate.
Wario is really trusting in these star pitches, and you know what? Right there, it kind of shows why sometimes he needs to. It's because it just absolutely can jam up the battery.
And Magic
he's showing
Koopa
no
calling
signs of
out that she
stopping.
knows where the pitch is, and she does. And that's a solid hit. And turned around first, but electing to go back, and that was a wise decision.
Yeah.
Magic Koopa was not going to make it.
Does Noki get the base hit, though, or go for even more? No, Critter laying out, getting it thrown across, and the double play happens.
And yeah, Critter just once again just being an absolute menace in the field, just cleaning up innings.
Absolutely, this has just been a defensive nightmare for both sides of the team because, well, the Muscles are just up 1 run. It just needs either team just needs a slight crack in their armor right now to actually really open this game up to something happening.
Noki able to snag that, and that's a huge play. I thought that was gonna drop.
It seemed you still had the extra life donation link.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Is that still going on?
It's all throughout the year. Yeah. Yeah, it's a year-round thing.
Huge rip from
Let's go.
Critter.
But does it get stolen? It does! Choco does it! Choco makes it! Let's go!
Play.
Alright, Choco, are you going to give it to Monty Mole now? Or are you going to give it to yourself? That's the question.
Monty Mole's the real MVP here.
Damn it. Damn it.
I mean, he did run in from right field very far.
True, but I want to say that I think Choco deserves that. He had to line it up first.
And Firebro, the producer for this team, stepping up and producing again. gonna get himself to second base and put his team in a great position at the start of the inning here.
Absolutely.
And Wario electing to use that star pitch, but not fooling Dry Bones. But the quick throw able to hold the runner at third, and it is possible for Wario to get out of here without any runs still. But with Baby Daisy rocking a shot like that, there's no way that's not going to be a sack fly.
Hammer Bro does get, or no, Fire Bro gets home. So this is a tie game now.
And Baby Daisy, once again, showing that she has a bat that has to be, like, worried about. He's
Respect
been putting shots up. Yeah.
You need to respect that bat.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the word.
This bat you don't have to respect, though.
Or do we? Let's see it, Choco. Putting it right down the middle, exactly where it needs to be.
But almost didn't make it to base.
I only saw him standing there. I don't know what you're talking about. He was perfectly fine.
And Monty has been fooled by these in the past, but not this time.
Toad is there though.
Yeah,
Absolute
very
defensive nightmare.
Yeah, solid hit, but even more solid defensive play, and yeah, just not able to drop for Monty.
Yellow Shy Guy being put in though.
Questionable decision.
I definitely agree.
And that's gonna
Bases
load the
are loaded.
bases. And the captain up to bat. He's been able to
Captain versus
produce
Captain.
quite a lot.
Or no, it's Shy Guy. Completely got his Shy Guy back.
And is he gonna elect to go for a charge swing or a star swing?
No.
This would be a huge situation.
Oh, he
There
does
it
go for
is.
a swing. And the runner gets crossed.
And Critter electing to throw to third. I don't know if he could have thrown out Waluigi at first, but no chance on the play going like that.
I think if the ball got picked up when he did the first animation, he could have, but with it having one more bounce, it didn't let him. But
And able
does
to
get the shutdown there.
yeah, able to snag the ball when the game isn't forcing it to move around. But yeah, so the captain just able to make a big play in the situation he needed to and pull ahead by a run.
Seeing charges potentially. Not electing for it for this one and putting it straight to Fire Bro. Magic Koopa getting tired though.
And not deciding to let the Nya rip. Instead, just dropping a solid hit in center, and that's gonna set up the team for some possible production.
And can we see that happen here with a potential base hit and then Wario up right afterwards? This could be massive.
And
it gets through somehow.
Not good contact, but yeah, able to squeeze it right between the third and shortstop, and this is a huge position for the captain here. Last time a captain was in a position, they produced how they needed. Can this one produce?
Coach for the Spitballs is playing with fire here. The Fire Bro, I mean!
Double play happens though.
Unfortunately, gets jammed up, and yeah, the double play just comes through.
Absolutely. So, I mean, Spitballs are holding onto the lead right now, and both teams are just leaving runners stranded on bases time and time again, which really makes you wonder how this thing's going to end out, because both teams are just so defensively strong that any inning that cracks the armor could just mean the rest of the game.
And there's so many hitters that are in these lineups that can just hit home runs at any point. Like, even Baby Daisy has proven it. Dry Bones has rocked home runs. Like, the Mii's have done it. Anyone on these teams can just bust this game open at any point.
Absolutely.
And Dry Bones right there.
Does get there.
Toad putting in the huge effort and
getting the out.
Able to get, I think that was Ashley up there, and that's a huge
No, that was
play.
Selfie.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's just what the Muscles need. They can't let any runs up when they're behind by one, and yeah, just what they need to do.
At this point, they have 3 decent batters. Shy Guys, not the greatest base hitters, but it can be solid.
And while Magic Coop is tired, Magic Coop is electing to stay in and getting some solid value, but
it's gone.
And that
game is all
off the top of the fence just barely gets out, and yeah, that's a tie game. And a huge shot coming out from the like I said, any player on any team can rock a homer at any point and bust this game open, and there it is.
I feel like the same could be said in real baseball sometimes.
What? Yeah, for sure.
And that's a big issue as well with the defense of this team, is that they are not prepared to steal those homers like my team is, and so a lot more of those are going to be allowed through.
Actually, their center and right field are compatible, or have chems, so the right side of their field is strong. It's the weak left side that is an issue.
Absolutely, but again, that's where the issue comes in, is that if it's hit at all to the left side, or if the computer decides, amazing jumping catch by Magic Koopa there, but if the left side fielder is the one to run to try and help out with the ball, which sometimes does happen just because the computers are weird, the ball can still go through.
Baby Daisy charge swinging, looking for the fences again. He's able to get solid contact,
it doesn't.
But yeah, not able to keep it in the field of play, and that's a strikeout for Shy Guy, and that's huge for his team.
Absolutely. Have we seen extra innings so far?
No. Oh wait, yeah, we did. We saw it last week.
Or was that? No, that was yeah, it was last week, but it was on Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, so I do it a little weird. It's the weekend.
You're fine.
No, I just forgot which one was match 1 and which one was match 2. That was all it was. And
Wario
nice
there
play
to
from
stop
Wario. And yeah, give that man his replay. This dude's putting up huge work for his team.
And Critter starting this one off, which is absolutely massive, because a solo shot home run puts the Muscles in the lead, which could just be all that is needed for this anymore.
And that would be a lot of pressure on the spitballs, but
doesn't charge.
Daisy able to get a nice dive, and yeah, like, just unfortunate that Critter was not looking for the fence, just trying to get on base. And while that is important here, maybe just forgetting what he's best at. And yeah, unfortunate jamming. And I mean, another infielder, you might have been able to squeeze that by, but Firebro's never gonna let anything that close by.
Absolutely not. So the only hope for Muscles now is to go into extra innings, which is not unheard of, but very, very rare.
And the captain here to lead off, while he is lower in the batting order, he has produced a lot this season, and he is someone that the Spitballs like to see leading off in an important situation.
Absolutely.
And able to get that to drop, just barely. The left fielder's not able to scoop it off their toes, and just unfortunately dropped. And Shy Guy electing to stay in while he's tired, hoping that Magic Koopa can get some poor contact for him. But unfortunately, just allows 2 runners on, and hopefully the coach pulls him, because this is not looking good for the Muscles.
Yeah, either a pull or just making a good play happen here, because Noki isn't Noki very much isn't a home run hitter, but Firebro is, and so you really have to make sure that something's happening here to try and throw Firebro off, because a single run here means the end of the game.
And this is a scary time to keep Firebro in, and
that might be it right there.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's absolutely it by 1 run. And Wario trying his best, but absolutely good running and good hit by Firebro.
And Firebro just the absolute MVP for the team this time. All the defensive plays produced at least 4 of the runs in that six-run game. Like I said going into this game, just a huge defensive match from these teams, and just barely able to scoot out the spitballs, and arguably just because the captain just made slightly better plays. That's all it really was. And
Firebro. Okay, let's talk about Firebro. Let's talk about this chat of a man who got freaking 3 hits. Or it's actually, he had 4 hits. I did this wrong. He had 4 hits. And, he had 4 hits. He got 4 RBIs on 5 at-bats, 7 individual catch-outs, 5 assists on getting outs. Like, he was on both sides of the ball, like, absolute monster.
Yeah, he really showed up for his team today and made sure that, like, he did everything he could to make sure that they edge out this win, and honestly deserved.
Yeah, but both teams looking very solid today, and just a very close game, and just barely able to edge out the victory.
All right, that's a halfway point. If anybody needs to take a break real quick, we can do so.
I think I'm all right.
I'm also okay. What about you, Jolteon? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just the lull between games is good.
Okay. In that case, then, our next matchup is gonna be Walrus's DK Wilds versus Mia Squirtle's Luigi Knights. And
which this is a terrifying game to see. I'm not even gonna lie.
Wilds are home again. So the way I did the schedule, right? I kind of like gave every team a number and just kind of like went through things, just kind of flipping things around in like the most efficient manner possible. Which means the Wild, just like the Monkeys, are going to be home for the whole first half of the year, the whole season, and then they're away for every single game after. Actually, no, that's actually not true. Wilds will get an away game before the Monkeys will. Monkeys will get it their first away game at the halfway point of the year, start of the season. Anyways, we're off to Daisy Cruiser. With one of the biggest hitting teams in the league.
Oh yeah.
I hope everybody's ready for this shit. It's gonna be wild.
I can't lie though when I say that I do want to see Luigi like win this game just to finally break the Wild's flawless winning streak.
I would love to see them win. But I also live in reality.
I think we all do, and so I think we all know what the outcome of this game is going to be. But I think we're all hoping for Luigi to really just pull this one out.
We can only hope. We can only hope. I can only hope. I need the Wild to take a loss. Otherwise, I'll never take the top of the table.
I will ask you guys though, if the Wilds are going to lose to anyone, who do you think is the team to do it?
Question.
I feel like when we start crossing over to like doing rivals from other sides of the division, I think me or the Bowser team has a decent chance of doing it, but it's still going to be very difficult for us.
Absolutely, it's gonna be rough. Regardless of which team finally gets that first win against them, like it's gonna be monumental for the entire league to see the Wild lose.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I definitely think that the Monsters would be, or the Monsters and the Muscles are two teams that I think have a very, very solid shot at taking down the undefeated team. But also, I might be a little bit biased here, I think the Rookies had a much more solid chance if they didn't have what I would call a coaching error in week 1 in putting King K. Rool in center, which literally allowed at least 6 runs off of errors and not being able to rob home runs. So now I'm not saying I would have won, but I do think that there are teams that can make these games look a lot closer, and really just, yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any team that definitely looks like they will win, but I think there are at least 4 or 5 teams that could definitely win with a bit of luck.
Absolutely.
Alright, the teams are set.
I think the most important part of being able to shut down the Wilds is shutting down Petty. I don't think anybody has been able to stop Petty from getting a home run in a game.
And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that this map is gonna be the one to win on. It's with Daisy Cruiser, you have just so many power hitters and everything. It's going to just absolutely demolish the score for the Knights, I think.
Yeah, unless you can somehow force them to only hit the center, which there's no way for you to force that. You're never gonna rob any of the homers on the right or left field. Like, it's just way too short of a field. No one's gonna get there in time. But if you can somehow get them to only hit towards center, and you have some speedy outfield, you can rob a lot of homers here.
Absolutely, but the Wilds are not willing to put this like very far out into the outfield. They just keep going for slaps on the ball. He's trying to maybe change it up though.
Yeah, and if they can shut down Petty here, and I think that'll be a big hit at morale for the Wilds, and while Petty is able to get a hit, I mean, keeping that in the ballpark is huge. That hopefully it can stay that way with Red Critter here, one of the other most feared hitters in the league. And gets jammed, and Knight's able to get out of there without any pain, and just one hit, but that's not going to be bad for him at all.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Baby Mario and Luigi, I was having flashbacks, but you know, they made it happen, and that's what matters at the end of the day. It gets down.
A solid
Goes for
hit.
two.
And yeah,
She's
that's gonna be a nice double to lead off, and already an RBI chance for Tiny Kong, and this could be the quickest strike on DK that we've seen of any team yet.
Absolutely.
That's a solid hit
It's
for
also
Funky. And the leadoff hitter wisely deciding to turn around, but that puts runners on the corners for Riona here, and this is a scary situation for DK. And this is huge for the Knights if they can.
And he gets down too.
If they can get DK off the mound in inning 1 somehow, then that could be just what any team needs to beat the Wild.
Could the Knights be the first? I don't want to take it so soon, but
I mean, like I said before the game, honestly, with how lucky the Knights have been in the last few weeks, if anyone's gonna do it, I could see it being the Knights. They've had some insane luck, and there's another example of their crazy luck. Just an unfortunate buddy play, and that's able to produce 2 more runs, and that's no outs. And the first
I'm going to say this right now. If the Knights somehow win this, I'm going to take back all of the bad stuff I've said about Baby Mario and Luigi. I will take back every bad thing I've ever said about them if they help the Knights pull this one off, because yep, there it is. There it is.
You got it, Baby Luigi. Baby Luigi time.
Oh,
and he's able to drop one.
Okay, so Baby Luigi can at least do something. Baby Mario has yet to prove himself.
I hate it here.
DK off night. I mean, oh, the bad chem coming in huge, and yeah, that puts someone on second and allows a run when that should have been a no-run play.
And that's not gone, so that's going to be an out. That is still 4 massive runs for the Knights, and they just need to try and hold on to that.
And Pianta able to drop one for the Wilds, and Wilds looking to strike back. And they're not used to being behind, so they don't take too kindly to the other team scoring first. And yeah,
they just rip it. And Tiny Kong does not have the speed to get there either.
Even if she did, that was quite high.
I think it could have still been buddy jump count, but it was too far to the left, I think, for any character really to get there.
Yeah, for sure. And Magic Koopa off the mound already is not great. While being able to shut down the Wilds in the first inning was needed, I think the starter needed more than 1 inning.
Absolutely.
Especially with a starter like Magic Koopa, where you'd expect some production out of them.
Yeah, for sure.
To be fair though, that's something that we've kind of been consistently seeing throughout all of tonight, is that the starter pitcher just keeps getting shoved off of the mound.
Yeah, for sure.
DK hasn't been pushed off the mound yet.
Yeah, even though he's let up 4 runs, and he's not even disappointed, while Magic Koopa lets off 1 homer and gets off the mound. Like, the difference in the stamina of a lot of these pitchers is crazy. Like, we've seen DK in other games too stay on the mound even through letting up like 6-7 runs.
Well, I think a big part of that is the fact that they are the captain, so the game gives them a little bit more credit with that, but I'm not sure how much it really is. So I would be interested in seeing how the game calculates how tired a pitcher gets.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing about that, I feel like earlier today, even like Waluigi and Daisy got off the mound pretty quick. It's just surprising to see, yeah, while some characters will get off after 8 pitches of not the best performance, other pitchers will stay on through innings of not the best performance.
Absolutely.
Stellar catch by Charlotte there.
Luigi trying to pitch safe here, trying to get DK to swing at something.
Pitching around DK is a very solid option, and after the 2 off-speed, pulling out the fastball and blowing it past him and knocking off his timing, and DK just not able to produce a hit. And once again, one of the
out here,
is an absolutely crucial situation of needing to shut down this batter. If they can keep shutting down Petty, then they're gonna stay in this game. And while allowing a base hit isn't the best thing, that's one of that's a lot better than letting the ball over the fence. And
absolutely,
once again, Red Critter getting jammed, and yeah, unfortunately, some of the big hitters for the Wilds just not able to produce how they normally do.
Yeah, that was some of the strongest part of their lineup, and they just weren't able to make anything of it like happen from it. So the Knights can really capitalize on this and make something happen if they play it right.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of game left to play, and those batters will will definitely get to see the ball again. But yeah, keeping these batters from scoring oodles of runs in 2 rotations is a feat that nobody other than the Fireballs have really been able to do.
Absolutely.
And Baby Mario actually able to drop a hit there. A rare, good performance from Baby Mario, and Baby Luigi coming out, and Baby Luigi has been proving that he can get some decent hits in these last few games. While not a crazy producer, he has been able to get on base quite a decent amount.
Yeah, and sometimes just getting that single base hit is all that matters, and they're both stealing. Can they make something happen? They can't, just because critters are right there.
Yeah. And a good effort for the Knights, but just come up short that inning. And I mean, still able to hold on to their lead, but they really want to extend this lead, because in the blink of an eye, the Wild could pull ahead.
Good Magic from Magic to get the out.
And huge play for Magicupa. That looked like it was going to be a base hit to start off the inning, and Magicupa just robbing him. And Blue Critter able to rock a hit, but the outfield able to get under it. And yeah, like I was saying at the beginning, if you're able to force those hits towards center, then you're going to be able to rob a lot of hits. And yeah, that's absolutely important. If Luigi can somehow force these hitters to only hit long balls to center, then they're going to have a solid chance of being able to rob them.
And there it is, getting out of the inning without any bleeding happening whatsoever.
Greg's cousin, just not nearly as good as Greg, just putting a terrible ball out there, not even needing much effort.
I know, I think he's about just as good as Greg. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are starting to see it, because like the reality itself has to warp in order to like make sure Greg looks like a mortal player. Where, you know, his cousin, like his little brother, is just kind of out there doing his best, and it's not Greg. And that's no fault. That is no fault of Greg's cousin.
Yeah,
it's
you know, I think
Greg is simply built different.
You know, Ronnie can't help it. Ronnie just was born inferior to Greg.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes you just can't help it. Sometimes you just can't beat just born talent. Like, Greg is generational talent that we may never see again, and it's sad that that's the case, but that's why we still have this game.
Absolutely. And Shy Guy with a nice hit
to catch it,
but yeah, straight to the shortstop. And solid
good hit,
contact, and able to drop it past Tiny Kong. Great item usage, and that's going to be a double.
Yeah, not letting him really get a chance to get it back in time.
And Theo Rico in their, I believe, second game, rocking a shot, but putting it to center is not where you want to put it. And once again, the Knights outfield just robbing homers.
The issue is though is that DK is up now, which means that there very easily could be a home run that not a single person in the game could be able to
the exit velocity on this with a chemistry batter on could be impossible to catch up to.
Misses the slide.
Yeah, just to hit up the middle, but yeah, able to squeak it through.
Absolutely devastating.
This is a huge chance for Petty, and this is exactly where you need to shut down Petty. And it's going to center,
but no one's running fast enough.
And the huge shot from Petty, and yeah, you have to keep Petty contained all game, and that's just going to be hard to do. And if you can't do it, you're just not going to be able to stay in the lead. And while the Knights were able to strike first, they aren't able to keep striking, and that's really what you need to do against this team. You can't just produce one inning, you have to produce every inning, because that's what they're going to do.
Very true. And 4 runs, like as seen in previous games, 4 runs is never going to be enough to do it. You have to keep the score high for your team, just to try and make sure that you're keeping up with what they're just putting up every inning.
Yeah, like almost every game, has been like 5 or 6 runs or above for each team. So, like,
not Fireballs versus Wild. It wasn't. It was 5 runs total.
I mean,
the catch
I'd say almost
so huge.
Yes.
That was a huge catch.
And keeping the bleeding minimal, honestly, because we are halfway through this game right now.
Yeah, 4.5 halfway through, and a very close game. And Tiny Kong ripping a shot.
That's gone.
Huge.
That's gone.
And yeah, that's huge.
It's in the sea.
Game's tied.
And never mind, I'm not gonna say that.
Just say it. Do it.
I'm just she's Babe Kong for me.
She's Babe Kong for you? Nice. Big hit from Babe Kong.
Disappointed.
Critter breaking his neck to reach it.
Doing what he does best, just snapping his neck to steal hits. Like it's insane how many times you see this guy die to make plays.
it is no longer diving. It is just watching a single alligator die. Like, I don't know if you guys watch JoJo's. It's like watching Diavolo in the just repeat death cycle, and like that's just where Critter's stuck in to get these outs.
And baby Luigi with a chance. Oh, but he's not able to prove his worth.
This was the inning of Red Critter. That's 3 catch-outs for Red Critter in that inning.
And
I don't think
tired, but able to get himself out, and yeah, that's a big inning for Red Critter.
And think about the only side that was like the only reason they scored was because they hit to the side that Red Critter wasn't on.
And that was basically a bare hand grab. That was such a fast throw from the shortstop.
Yeah, it's sad to see Greg's cousin just be put through this, honestly. But it's sometimes just reality needs to be shown.
And
and what a catch!
Is that 3 outs and 3 pitches for Luigi there?
Yeah.
That is
like
an insane inning.
So squeaky clean.
And the Knights have a chance against a tired DK to produce some runs here. And DK with the bobble, but doesn't phase him much. He's able to pick it up.
Yeah, still getting me out.
And he's swapping out. Let's see who they bring in. Yellow Pianta.
What?
And he probably has some heat behind his throws. There was some insane curve on that.
I mean, as long as it didn't move a critter, I guess.
Blue Critter was right there. Blue Critter was right there. He could have also died that time, alright? Like, there was no reason for that.
What me is this? Why do they have their glasses on their forehead?
It's supposed to be Sid, but there's no goggles, so I put glasses on his head.
I love it.
No question. I did what I could with the tools I had.
No, it's hot.
No, you just
I was just curious. That was all. And the scary part of the lineup for the Knights to face here, if they get through this inning with no runs put up, then they're in an incredible spot for the rest of the game. Oh, and through the poor chemistry, able to get the out.
Poor chemistry?
Maybe yeah, there's poor chemistry between Magic Koopa and Baby Luigi.
Oh, right.
And the baby's making it happen. Despite getting just
that's
about like
one more terrifying hitter to get through, and that's 3 up, 3 down for Luigi in that inning, and that's a huge inning getting through that part of the lineup. And while the next inning is going to be scary too with the lineup, this is an important time to produce a run and either get the lead or just get yourself a chance to not be pulled ahead of in the next inning. And
you know what? Props
What?
to Ronnie. Let's fucking go. Let's give him some. Let's give him some props because he hasn't shown up all game.
Yeah,
he got it out earlier.
and then there's Rick Curry.
Luigi, like the pitching for the Knights is going crazy, but Red Critter for the Wild is what their whole defense is this game. And then ripping a shot over the left field fence and just showing how insanely valuable he is on both sides of the plate. And that's going to be really hard for the Knights to get back, especially this late in the game.
That's so true, and especially now because the momentum was there before, and they still have two innings to try and make something happen. But with some really strong contenders in their lineup right now, like this could add an additional 2 runs if he hits us out of the park.
Yeah, and
or I guess out of the park. Oh, but no, he
surprising at all.
He doesn't go for it. So now we have a weak part of the lineup now for just a few hitters.
And Ronnie, with an opportunity to prove himself, able to scoot it out and load the bases.
That was his first hit all game.
Let's go, Ronnie. Let's go, buddy. I'm so glad to see you trying to live up to Greg's name.
And a huge
Magic
play from the
Koopa.
defense, able to get the 4th out at home and save a run. And Baby Mario coming in to pitch, and let's see if he's able to save him from too much pain this inning. And not at all.
So bad. Yeah.
And 3 runs this inning is gonna hurt a lot for the Knights. It's gonna be really hard to get those back.
When 1 run was already going to be very, very difficult for them to come back from, this makes it so much worse.
And there's still a lot of inning to get through, but able to turn that double and
close out though.
Yeah, absolutely needed for this team. Unfortunately, they couldn't get some shutdown defense like that earlier, but at least they're able to get out without any more bleeding.
Very true. And they had a 4 running inning at the very beginning. If that's what they can close out with, maybe it's not too late.
Yeah, they've shown they've been able to be explosive in innings in the past, so if they can do it now when it's needed, then they'll be able to pull ahead. But
oh my god,
Luigi getting kicked
an absolute laser from Pianta.
And what looked like a great situation for the Knights just turning into a terrible series of events and just putting them in a bad spot. And they're only gonna have 1 more chance to catch up, and the Wilds have a chance to extend their lead, and this is a terrifying part of the lineup coming up.
Yeah, if they really want a chance of winning this game, they need to just close this out without any more runs, and that's not what you want to see. So they need to get there,
and not able to get
over
up.
the head.
And the Wild just showing that in order to have a chance against them, you're gonna have to be able to keep up with their offense. And while the Knights will have another chance, being able to keep up with the runs that are probably still going to be produced this inning is going to be tough. And a rare short flyout from Petty, and that's a nice little bailout for the Knights here. But Critter just going to rip a shot.
They
are able to get under. And yeah, solid defensive play that time, and able to hold them to only 1 run so far.
Barely misses the out there.
Yeah, able to sneak that through, and another opportunity for Blue Critter. Baby Mario saw Pianta pick someone off and wanted to pick him off, give him a taste of his own medicine, but he doesn't have the same arm. Oh, and Luigi able to get a glove on it to make it so a play can be made. He wasn't able to hold on, but popping that up was huge. Just getting any kind of contact with it.
It was so incredibly crucial that was popped up, because it was very fast going into Luigi. but we need to see an exact replica, essentially, from what they did in the first inning if we want to see this game go any further.
And that's what you're gonna need to start the inning. A nice little hit out to right field and giving Magic Koopa a chance to prove their worth. They've had a lot of Magic Koopas in the past have had a lot of good hits, but Red Critter once again just proving how insane he is and just taking a base hit and turning it into a double play.
Yeah,
And
the way that it's looking is just too late. It's
yeah,
too
one
late
more
for them,
out
like-
for the Knights, and they're gonna need a miracle to get out of here. And Critter once again just showing that he's a wall, and you just can't get past him.
But to give the Knights some massive credits, I do believe that is the least that the Wilds have won by so far, right?
Nope, the lowest they've won by
yeah.
is 1 run against the Fireballs.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. No, but this
it's
is
still...
this is only the second team so far to not get completely mercied by the Wild.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we have seen in these last few games that even though the Wilds haven't been taken down, they at least appear mortal.
Pure Immortal isn't what I would have said. Red Critter much deserved the way that he played this game.
yeah, if he doesn't have a 200 score, I'm going to be very shocked.
Only 160.
Really.
His batting wasn't 4 home run game like Bowser.
That's true.
Still, only 100 points for fielding almost seems criminal.
Tiny had 100 points that game. Not bad.
No,
Yeah,
not at
Tiny
all.
did great.
Babe, call it as you will. I'm never gonna let that down. I'm just gonna let you know that.
Unfortunately, I shouldn't have let that slip out.
It's all good.
Some people will let you live that down. Sadly, those people aren't us.
That's exactly. Alright, the next matchup is going to be the Rookies versus the Bows. The Bows have yet to get a win this season, so...
Well, if there's a team to do it against, it's the Rookies.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Rookies have only had 1 win, though, so far, so this is going to be a close one. The Rookies are home, so we're going to get to see Bowser Jr.'s playroom for the first time.
Oh, let's go. This is... We've seen some chaotic fields. I expect this to be one of the most chaotic fields. I am not sure if that is true, but from the description that I've read of it, I expect this to be a crazy chaotic game.
It definitely can be, but it mostly depends on how the ball lands. Because it depends, like if it lands on the markers for a bunch of the stuff, then this could be by far the most chaotic game we have yet to see. But if people are there and outs are being made and just nothing's...
You got 5
really
me's. You son of a...
Oh, no.
Ugh, so many of them.
Wait, I should only have 4 in though.
Oh, you're right. I forgot Greg.
Let's go, Greg! Hell yeah.
You know, my only win, I had Greg leading off, so that might be the whole reason I've been losing.
I mean, it makes sense. I agree with it. You know, it sucks because this setup time takes forever, and I feel so bad every time.
I thought about this week changing my defensive lineup quite a bit, and having Bowser Jr. start on the mound. My only worry was where they were gonna put, if K. Rool was gonna come on next, and where they were gonna put him next.
That's a legitimate concern, though. Alright, both teams are set.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Team number 5, Professor Jolteon's Bowser Jr. Rookies versus Phoenix Dragon Slayer's Bird Hobos. Here we go.
And the first time seeing this field, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen.
And as much as I think that the rookies will come away with this one, I really want to root for the Bows here because I do want to see their first win.
I can completely agree with that. I think the Bows have a very solid shot. I think they have a good team, and this is a chaotic field. And yeah, although I do want to see my team win, I would love to see the Bows get a win.
I mean, I feel like just like everybody wants to see the Wild lose at some point, I think everybody wants to see the Bows actually win.
I think we all want to see like every single team win at least one game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's a 32-game season, so it's more likely going to happen than many people realize.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but again,
Just
there's,
like
there's
how-
some really good teams here, and
Yeah.
if you can't crack into that, like into some of these teams, it makes things really, really difficult. And that's what I'm talking about from Greg. It's not his fault for like all of that, you know. Yoshi was kind of
a very
disguised
solid
out there.
effort from Greg. And a huge rip.
Doesn't get out though.
Is that gonna get
It
out?
does.
It does. And that was Cloud, right?
Yeah, that was Cloud. Oh, just ripping a homer out of nowhere.
And that's great for the rookies just coming out.
Also, how's it going, Blind Deaf Rap? How you doing?
It's a round pink Yoshi.
Yeah, the fire just bouncing right over and not able to get the hit. But the captain up here with 2 outs, and he has a solid chance to get on base and give his team a chance to produce. And getting pitched around here. And Yoshi electing not to lick the ball. He saw the nasty paint on that bat, and he didn't want the lead poisoning. So.
And Boomerang Bros somehow hitting it like perfectly straight, even though he usually has a curved hitting trajectory.
Yeah. And a big opportunity for K. Rool, and
he doesn't
not
try to
charging. And still a run for the rookies, but stranding runners on base and just not scoring as much as they could. And a huge hit from Titus here. The outfield gonna get under it, and yeah, they're just gonna rob that. An unfortunate, a really nice hit for Titus here, but just not gonna get out.
Happy 10 o'clock, everyone.
Happy 10 o'clock! I should be sleeping!
I have to take my meds, that's why I know it's 10 o'clock.
And a nice blooper out to right field for Yoshi, and that puts a Boomerang Bro oddly not electing to, not snag that at all and allowing the base hit.
Boo could be a massive hero here.
Absolutely. And that's a great hit for him. But the quick throw from the outfielder, and that's gonna stop the runner at third. And
does Sarah charge?
This is a great position for Sarah. But K. Rool is hoping for some poor contact or possibly even a strikeout.
She's just watching the ball. Oh, she does charge. It could be over.
And
Grand slam? No.
Stays in.
But she does tie up it with a base hit. So that's very, very good for the Bows.
And in that replay, that just barely stays under the swamp and just barely stays in the park.
Oh!
K. Rool's gonna be very happy
Rool's
about
been
that,
taken out immediately.
I will warn you that if it hits the thwomps, it does not count as a home run because it will bounce back into the field. Oh no!
Well, Bowser Jr. able to get a nice bailout and a double play there, and just like the rookies, the Bows strand a lot of runners. One more, but that's not what you want to see from either team.
No.
And Shy Guy with a better eye than me there, watching that ball. But
Yoshi's right there for it.
Yoshi just able to make a great play.
Cynthia's up to bat.
And Cynthia with a great eye too, just watching Boo throw these balls, waiting for her pitch, and able to get a nice solid single. And that puts Thora up. Thora back in the lineup after having after sitting on the bench last week. Unfortunately, grounds out, but that was not a double, so puts the runner in scoring position here for Greg, and Greg he has a chance to prove his worth. And unfortunately, just straight to the shortstop, but solid contact, and you know, you just can't expect too much from a player there.
You know, Greg just wants to keep the game close, and I respect that.
Yeah, definitely.
He just wants to keep the game interesting. You can't blame him for that. I will just come up with every excuse in the book for Greg. It does not matter at this point. I will bullshit my way through anything for Greg.
No, absolutely. I really wish Bowser Jr. would stop wasting his star pitches. I mean, if they're actually gonna be strikes, why not? But okay, nice take.
Okay.
Oh, he's like, if only they were strikeouts. Gets a strikeout.
You were saying?
And Bowser Jr. with a very solid inning of pitching, 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout, and he has a chance to, and it's the top of the lineup for the rookies here. Or not the top, not quite actually.
Not quite, no. Second batter. Oh.
And that was a nice attempt at a play. If it was fair, that would have been hot from the first baseman. And solid contact,
Somehow
but
catches it.
Yoshi electing to lick the ball that time because it didn't have that nasty paint, and a great play.
I just want to know where you're playing baseball where there's paint on the balls. Playing.
It was when
player.
Bowser Jr. On his bat. Look at his bat.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
I don't think I would want to try and lick the ball after Bowser Jr. hit it.
No, for sure. Bowser Jr., I think, has one of the stupidest AIs in the game. I'm not gonna lie.
What would you argue is the worst thing he's done so far?
Every time he's done a star swing, he's gotten out at second because he elects to run when he shouldn't.
You know, fair. Does Bowser Jr. make it count?
He does use his star pitches at important times, but he does fail to realize that the star pitch does not affect the AI.
But Greg is there to make sure that double play happens, showing why he's the
Greg
goat.
is able to start the turn on that double play, and that's huge for the rookies. And a big swing and a miss. And that puts Bowser Jr. ahead 2-0 in the count, and unfortunately not able to capitalize off it and just lets him get a solid hit. And Boo, last time he was up, was able to produce a solid hit. Is he gonna do it again? He does.
He keeps it fair.
That's gonna be, yeah, that in that position, that's definitely gonna advance the runner. And this is a scary spot for the rookies. And Bowser Jr. with the ego play, electing to stay on the mound, and that's gonna allow a lot of chances for runs, but fortunately only one crosses. And as the owner, I'm hoping that they pull the pitcher here, but with his ego, I'm not sure they're gonna do that. And thankfully, the coach does not allow him on, but unfortunately,
unfortunate
Boomerang
choice.
Bro being the next pitcher, and the scarier part, in my opinion, about this is once he gets off, where's he going? Yeah, I was really hoping that when Bowser Jr. got off, he'd get off for a knee. And are they going to be able to get there?
They are. Wow, that was
Lady
so close.
Death gets to there in time.
And I don't think it would have mattered.
Yeah,
it's
hard to tell.
If it would have gone over.
Yeah. No matter what, stopping a hit and more runs is absolutely crucial, because they're going to need to strike back. And they're going to need to get Boo off the mound in order to really have a good chance at this game. And that's what looked like a good start, but just not able to get it as far as Boomerang Bro wants.
Yeah, and it's very weird to see Boomerang Bro just constantly hit this up to the middle when his shots to the side are usually so much better. But like,
and able to keep that fair,
skyrocketing it.
Yeah, and able to cut that lead in half and keep his team in the game. Gain a little bit of the momentum back for his team.
Good hit by Shy Guy too. Is that
from Shy Guy? And it's out.
The team is rallying.
And that's a back-to-back homer to even up the game, and the rookies are right back in this game. Rookies early in the season showing how little experience they had, but once they have a few games under their belt, they're starting to look a lot more solid.
It does land, but the bullet bill gets blocked by the banana.
And Sora with another chance. Last time he was up, he ripped a homer. And able to take it past Yoshi that time, or force an error.
Sora didn't hit a homer last
time. With his,
it was Cloud.
Yeah.
I got confused for a second.
Yeah, me too.
That's what we like to see, Greg.
With a solid hit, but yeah, just unfortunate placement, and he's getting solid contact this game. He's just not getting it to drop where he wants.
This man hit a homer last time he was at bat.
And electing to watch that go by.
He won't, and it gets an out.
Yeah, and Yoshi able to snag that. And that's a huge play for the Bows here. And able to stop the inning before they lose, or they lost the lead, but before the other team's able to pull away. And the star pitch not able to stuff the batter, and just a solid hit from Birdo. And a nice double play coming in from the rookies here, and will look to be a little bit of a scary start of an inning. Turns into quick work for the team.
Absolutely, and this game is so neck and neck, and I'm not sure really.
And now I feel like the rookies have a lot of momentum coming into this inning after pulling up and tying last inning, and then a quick 3 up, 3 down. If they can capitalize and score this inning, then, and Yoshi with the insane play, the miss on the jump, but then the really quick tongue grab and able to snag the ball. And Bowser Jr. able to get that one to drop, and a solid base hit for the captain. And Boomerang Bro with a solid chance. If he can get some solid contact, then there's a good chance for a run here, but unfortunately just gets jammed, and that's going to be a double play.
And this has been a horrible game for Boomerang Bro. He just cannot seem to get something going for himself.
Absolutely. Boomerang Bro just having a very off day. Part of it might have to do with the coach putting him on the mound and just throwing him completely off his game.
Yoshi
not advancing off that. The star pitches from Boomerang
so rough.
have not been good at all. Every single one has had some solid contact made off of it. But that one's able to get past too. And Boo this game being a solid offensive contributing member. And I'm really scared here that Boomerang Bro is gonna go to the outfield potentially when he gets off the mound. And
you do get the out though, so keeping him feeling healthy on the mound.
Great play from the right fielder to get that out, and yeah, you do not see a runner thrown out from right field very often at first. And Boo electing to stay on while fatigued. Is that gonna prove to be a mistake? And it looks like it. His ego getting the best of him, and Kingsley able to
launched.
Yeah, just launch that out.
I want to point out that all 4 of the rookies' runs have all been home runs so far. They have yet to get anybody RBI the whole game.
Yeah, they keep stranding all their runners on base. That's crazy. Wait, and last time, weren't there back-to-back homers from these two?
Yep. But that's going to be a little different
If
with
Birdo
on the push.
Yeah, and this is going to be a K from Birdo. And making the Shy Guy look foolish.
Amazing jump.
Yep, great play from Yoshi out there. And not able to repeat it on the other side. And,
but it's so close.
And that gives Greg another chance. Just facing the pitcher on that pitch. And unfortunately, Birdo electing to use their star pitches to strike him out.
No.
Surprising. Yeah, surprising to see a captain normally when they start using their star pitches for an at-bat just keeps doing it, but electing to just let him line out to the second baseman. And with that hit, yeah, it seems like Boomerang Bro is gonna need to come out, and unfortunately, I think that's the right fielder.
Yeah, that was the right fielder. Oh, left fielder, yeah. Your coach is once again
in the outfield.
Once again, your coach is a maniac.
And Birdo, the captain, a scary batter to be facing here. And able to get it over Bowser Jr., making a solid attempt to get up there, but it's a little too short.
Yeah, it's all the way through, but they keep it back for the most part.
And a swing and a miss from Blue Yoshi here. And that's great contact, but Lady Death able to get to it. And that's a huge bailout for the rookies here. Getting out of there without any runs put up is exactly what they needed to see. And Cloud with the great item usage and able to get himself on base.
Actually, that was Lady Death that uses the item. It's the batter.
Oh, it's the... Wait,
the batter, the batter gets credit for the item use.
So, not the batter then? The person that's...
No, sorry, the person after the batter, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
And Bowser Jr. with a huge opportunity here. Is he gonna swing the bat, though? He's elected in the past when he's doing his card swings to not swing. Right to the right fielder, but gets it to drop, and that's loaded for Boomerang Bro, and he hasn't been able to produce yet. And here's a great opportunity for him. And a star hit, and unfortunately, the runner not running on contact, but able to make it. And just barely makes it home and beats out the force out. And that's bases loaded for K-Rool coming up, and this is scary for Birdo.
Absolutely, because this could be a change very quickly from a two-run game.
Very wise decision for star pick from Birdo here, and it's another choice and a strikeout right when they needed it.
That doesn't mean that they're safe, because
no, not at all.
Just the bobble doesn't do enough for him.
And Blue Yoshi with 2 errors now this game, just proving that he isn't necessarily the best middle infielder. He might have a lot of range, but he's not always able to hold on. And he was able to hold on that time and make the crucial double play for his team.
Absolutely massive play there.
And able to get out with only 2 runs given up there for the Bows is very big, but they're going to need to strike back if they're going to have a chance in this game.
Now the question becomes if they can actually get some runs on the board, because they've been struggling for so long.
Yeah, they have been able to get these pitchers off the mound, but they keep being able to bail themselves out with some double plays. While they are giving up a decent amount of hits, they're able to force poor contact. But that doesn't look like very poor contact at all, and that's gonna fall for a double.
It only results in a double, sadly, but it does open up that slot potentially for home runs now.
And Boo going once again with a hit, and I'm pretty sure that's 4 for 4 for him on the day. Just an absolute crazy day for Boo, trying his best to keep his team in this game. Dora up 2-0 in the count early. And Bowser Jr. just choosing the easy force out at second. And that's a great inning for the rookies there. Although they let some hits up, able to get out without any runs.
Yeah, it's not making it tough on himself, but getting those outs right when he needs to, because those runners being at first and third it could have just absolutely shifted that game in the Bows' favor. And Blue actually
Yoshi,
showing up now.
Yeah, with another. While he has had 2 errors this game, he's had a lot of hits to him. So he's had a lot of chances to make an error. And Koopa able to beat out the play with his speed, showing off that he's a fast guy. And Birdo saw Cloud rip a shot in the first inning. Doesn't want that to happen again. However, not able to have the chance, but able to advance the runner and puts Koopa in scoring position. And with that speed that he showed, being able to beat out that throw to first, he's really scary to have on second. And not able to get that item down in time, and that's gonna be a hit. Or that's gonna be an out, not a hit. And the Bows with their last chance to put up runs here and extend this game.
Does get to it barely in time, though.
Yeah, and that's a great effort from Pink Yoshi. Almost able to beat it out, but just barely the infielder is able to get it off. And a great item usage. And yeah, Bowser Jr. not as fast with his throw as some of these other characters and gets smacked. And Birdo with solid contact, but unfortunately straight to the right fielder, and that puts the Bows at just 1 out in this game.
Yeah, and that's definitely gonna close it out.
Yeah, with a hit straight to the shortstop, that's gonna close it out. And
They
while the Bows,
put a hell of a game early on, but just could not keep up that momentum that they really needed.
yeah, great effort from the Bows, but just not able to produce as much on offense as they need to. Like some of their players really came in and produced a lot of hits, but needed more runs. And Cable with the MVP.
2 home runs, 2 innings pitched. He's probably not going to have that high of a score. Yeah, only an 80. Overall, low-scoring game for most people this game.
Yeah. That was a whole team effort. Nobody broke 100 in the game.
Nobody on either team.
It was a rough game all around for everyone, though, for sure. So
yeah.
It's gonna be hard for someone to make big plays, especially enough both on batting and defense to try and break that.
For sure.
Both teams put up a decent effort. I think both teams showed a full team effort. I think that is another big thing to say there, because like there was no like breakaway stars on either team really. I feel.
For sure.
Very true.
Yeah, Blue Yoshi was big on defense, but also had a couple bobbles. So like, yeah.
All right, final matchup tonight.
Hits to him.
Gonna be Choco's Fireballs versus Eddie's Monarchs.
How are you feeling about your team tonight, Choco?
My team lineup hasn't changed since day one. I think my team is quite strong. They've shown that they are defensive monsters, and we can produce when we need to. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Understandable.
With the game last week, with the rookies and the Fireballs, game was very close for most of the game, and like Choco was saying, huge defensive game the whole time, and then Kianta just hitting a 3-run homer late, and yeah, that's just exactly what he's saying. Like, able to keep the enemy from being able to get big runs, and then able to explode themselves. So that's really yeah, the scary thing from the Fireballs here is their defense is just insane, and their offense is nothing to sneeze at either. So, but that's almost exactly how I feel again about the Monarchs as well. So this is going to be in my opinion, a very even match, a very close match, and it'll come down to a lot of these I feel like early interactions to see where the momentum goes, and if the team that starts with the momentum can keep it.
Very true.
Because I think we've seen a lot of times where teams I wouldn't say more likely than not make a comeback, but I feel like a lot of times when teams are behind, will play a little bit better. While that is not true against most teams that play the Wild, a lot of other teams and games that I feel like that has been true, where a lot of comeback, unless it's a mercy rule game, a lot of games have close comebacks.
Wow, these teams got set up really fast here.
You're just goaded with it now.
No, both of these teams just have really easy setups. both teams Mii's. Both of these teams Mii's are all in like the first 3 pages of Mii's.
Oh, nice.
No, you're just better, Jocko.
No.
Yeah, you're goated, Jocko. Come on.
We're not goated. Wait, did I put
Absolutely
I didn't do the batting order, did I? I didn't do the batting order.
Jocko actually has one of my favorite players in this game on his team, and that is Darkbones. I do not know why, but Darkbones has always been one of my favorite players ever since Superstar.
I'm so glad I noticed that I didn't do the batting order. I would have been like, no, I gotta redo everything.
Yes, this is the Pink Menace.
That's just a top tier comment from Belrookie.
The Twink Menace! Let's go!
The true menace. Oh,
Alright, both teams' batting orders are now set. Now they're actually set. Here we go. Last game of the night.
And on a completely normal field, so this is just going to be pure baseball that we're going to see here. Other than items coming through, it's just going to be a pure game of really no luck, just skill v skill from these teams.
Absolutely. And because with this kind of stadium, it's designed to be just well balanced and not have any sort of favoring. So really the only kind of upper edge you can get from this is if you have a lot of power hitters that are just consistently putting it over the wall, and even then you need the luck to have the speed if your opponent's team has the chemistry behind it.
Yeah.
So
because yeah, with the size of this field, a solid defense will be able to get under a lot of the home run balls, and Noki able to beat out that double play, and that is fielder's choice. But keeping the inning alive and getting Pianta up here is huge for the Monarchs, and able to drop that in the gap, and the center fielder cutting that off is huge. And that could have possibly been a run if the center fielder didn't cut that off. But Toadsworth with an RBI chance here.
Noki looking like they're gonna have to be careful though, just because as we saw from Pianta before, and yeah, Pianta has a hell of an arm. If they're not careful with it, it can just turn out really bad for them. Close play, and Noki gets it. No one else starts running though.
And I'm a bit surprised that was a close play. Noki was already there when the throw was coming through, and yeah, the chemistry quick throw is just, or it wasn't even a quick throw. Drybone's just with an insanely fast release on that ball, making that a close play.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning the opposite way, where I felt like Noki shouldn't have even gotten a chance to be safe there, because I thought for sure she would be out.
Yeah. Exact opposite opinion.
Like, I know Noki has speed, and there goes Shy Guys eating grass again when they're like 8 feet from the ball.
Yep.
I don't know how they keep doing it, but yeah, I know Noki has a lot of speed to her, but even then, there's only so much that it can allow for.
Yeah, I didn't think that ball was released until he was already within the that inner circle of the infield. But
that,
I mean, no matter what,
they had chemistry between the first baseman and the catcher. So.
Yeah, but I thought it was a me, and I was trying to say like
it was
that
a me.
Ball came out. It was Darkbones. It wasn't a me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was just surprised the ball came out as fast as it did. But all these like the dry bones all have very, very fast arms. It surprises me a bit. Like the dry bones and the critters all have incredibly fast arms even without chem. So when they do have chemistry, it's like the same speed as a laser beam, like straight up.
Absolutely. And which is kind of funny because it is just pure bone at the end of the day. So the fact that they have that much power going into it is kind of surprising.
Yeah, it's crazy how much muscle there is on just these bones. You're absolutely right.
Maybe it just looks like bones and it just actually is pure muscle.
And
I've been thinking about it wrong.
Item, but yeah, the item usage able to knock out both the runner and the fielder, allowing a play to be made, and
nice
yeah,
double play.
A lot of contact from the fireball or from the monarchs there, but not able to produce as many hits or any runs as they want.
Good eye.
And that item almost off in time, but just barely not. And oh, and Shy Guy, even though he's short, able to reach up and snag that one. That's 2 quick outs for the Monarch here. Shy Guy just watching a trick on the outside of the plate. Guess he was trying to face the pitcher, but unfortunately she pulls back and he just pulls it and skies it, and that's going to be the inning. And with a hit straight to Shy Guy, it's just gonna be a quick out for the Fireballs. And another hit to Shy Guy, and that's, yeah, 2 quick outs.
And we can very quickly see it be just about 3 up and 3 down. And Mario's there for it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was 3 pitches, but 4 or 5 pitches to an inning, and that's quick work.
Good hit from Darkbone.
Yeah, Darkbone's getting a solid drop in the gap, and that's a good hit to lead off the inning for the Fireballs here. And Yossi with a solid chance to advance the runner.
Oh no!
He is able to beat out the double play though.
And sabotages his own teammate though, or Mario sabotages his own teammate.
And Shy Guy able to get a glove on it, but not able to hold on, and runners on the corners for the Fireballs here. And that puts Carmilla in a great RBI chance. A sac fly would be a great opportunity here, but really just any contact to the outfield is what you want.
And she's charging. It doesn't get out there though. Oh, but
and the huge item usage, and that's able to secure a run.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it hit both of them, but if that's what you need to score that run, you take it.
Who got Mario out?
It was Noki, I believe, to Blue Shy Guy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And a solid hit. Oh, and just barely able to get under it.
Yeah, the item just was not used in time, so.
Yep.
Beyonce coming up though, very powerful hitter, could help get Peach the lead back. Oh, it's too low though.
Yeah, a rip straight to center, but either needed to carry a little more or maybe a little less. And
That
the pitcher able to grab that before it gets too wild, and yeah, that could have been bad.
Yeah, that could have been absolutely amazing for Peach, but just devastating for Mario's team.
And that's a
going for
great
3, Peach
hit
going for
for
2.
Peach. And
Both making it.
And a great position for the Monarchs here, and Blue Toad coming up. The Toads have proven that they are very solid hitters, and this is a great position for him. The only thing you don't really want is a line out, and that doesn't come through, but not deep enough to force a sack fly opportunity, and both runners just get held. And a solid star swing, but
Bubble though.
Shy Guy able to get a glove on it and slow it down or pop it up. So fortunately for him, his team's able to get a glove on it and scoot out of there without any runs. Or I think it was just one run that inning.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't a run.
And
that inning.
Beyonce with a huge shot, and yeah, Beyonce's just in these games has just been able to be an explosive hitter and put up runs when he needs to.
Pink Menace absolutely destroyed that ball. Can we see this me do the same, or at least get a good hit for the Mario team?
That was a solid hit. And while it's not able to get past the center fielder, a single is really nice.
Absolutely. No item usage there, which definitely did limit how much they could run, but they still made it, which is all that matters at the end of the day.
And with Dark Bones coming up with runners in scoring position, this is
Absolutely
terrifying,
was.
and that's absolutely what I expected to see from this man. And this is why he's one of my favorites. He, while he seems to be a base hitter, he's actually a terrifying bat, and pitchers just don't expect him to have the power that he does.
And they're making Peach come out for Toadsworth, which is honestly probably a pretty good decision.
And the explosive offense of the Fireballs coming in huge here, and the Monarchs are really looking stranded in this inning with no outs yet, and already 4 runs put up.
Yeah, and it just makes you wonder how they are going to try and recover from this. And you know what? That's one hell of a way to start it.
Yeah, that's something that they're gonna need to be to get out of an inning like this.
They still have a lot to do yet, but getting that double play is a lifeblood like no other, and that they stopped the bleeding finally.
But yeah, 4 runs in an inning, that's gonna hurt a lot. And it's gonna take a lot of work for them to get those runs back.
And we're gonna need to see some very, very good plays by this team to make sure that they can bring the game back. But it's very questionable at this point if we'll see it. Shy Guy barely getting to that ball in time.
Yeah, and a great double play turn from the Fireballs.
It gets
And that's
down.
some great contact and a solid base hit.
Absolutely.
And if Noki can get on here for Pianta, then that'll be huge for the Monarchs. But unfortunately, just not able to get it to drop, and that's gonna bring up a scary part of the lineup for the Fireballs, and the Monarchs really need to get out of this inning without letting any runs through.
And that's not a great start if you're wanting to try and save yourself from this inning. You just need to get these outs as soon as possible because Pianta's coming up, and if he rips it like they did last time.
Yeah, Toadsworth is hoping to clear the bases with a double play here, but unfortunately Noki not able to get a glove on that, and that's going to put runners on the corners for Pianta, and pretty much any contact from this man will produce a run.
And there it goes.
And that's a lot more than one run. And that's 2 3-run home runs for Pianta in this game. And he's just proving how explosive of a bat he is. He's absolutely smoking that ball.
And that's a 7-run lead now too, meaning that six runs in an inning has not been unheard of. And if they make it happen here, then that can just very quickly be the game. Won't get there in time though.
And the item was able to make the first fielder bobble, but the center fielder Toadsworth was able to get there and secure the catch. And while the Fireballs are already ahead, something very scary for the Monarchs is they now have Toadsworth in center, so they will not have an opportunity to rob any homers. So the Fireballs now have amazing opportunities to just get runs. And yeah, Darkbone with another, their 2 scariest hitters on the team have gotten 2 home runs each. And yeah, this is exactly what Chaka was saying with their explosive offense. This team being able to hold you to very little hits and being able to clear out double plays even when you do get them, and then produce oodles of runs in the blink of an eye is really what makes this team so scary.
Absolutely, and with us only seeing 1 run so far from Peach, and that was all the way back in the first inning. We're on the 6th inning now, and like we need to see some action being taken by them to try and make this game come back to life for them. Otherwise, it's just going to be absolutely like it's just going to be over before we know it.
Yeah. And I think we still have the starting pitcher for the Fireballs on here, so the Fireballs defensively are not scared at all. I mean, they still have a great pitcher to come on. They're feeling great this game.
Absolutely.
And that's 3 up, 3 down again. They had three fielders ready to catch that. This team is just looking crazy dominant.
They really just said power of friendship will catch this ball.
Yeah. I know, we'll use the power of friendship.
It gets past Shy Guy.
And Shy Guy...
Oh, this is looking
not
awful.
Looking like the best shortstop. We have seen Shy Guys get some crazy plays.
Mario didn't go.
Yeah, Mario thinking that was gonna get caught with a bad base running error, and that's just able to be a fielder's choice. And Shy Guy, right after I said not the best shortstop, says, no, I can make crazy plays.
He said, nah, I'd win. And yeah, super dives are absolutely broken. We've seen them come up time and time again throughout this entire series, but the Shy Guys keep making stuff happen, and it's really helped teams just at least stay alive, and if nothing else, maybe not like gain leads or make big plays happen, but at least stay alive in some games.
That's a big double play for the fireballs, and yeah, even when the fireballs allow hits, they're able to turn double plays a lot of the time, and very good item usage, able to secure a hit there. But like I was saying before, it's unlikely that even after a single hit, you're gonna get much more than that. Because yeah, the defense here is just too solid. And once again, scary part of the lineup coming up with Pianta up second, and with me getting that item
Immediate double
through that, yeah, having a runner in scoring position for Pianta is just gonna make him want to swing for the fences, and it's gonna be terrifying for the pitcher.
You didn't charge though.
Like to drop it in the gap.
A run's gonna happen though.
Yeah, a run's a run, and that's one run from Mercy. And Shy Guy able to get that, and while there was a run scored this inning, they're able to clear the bases, so able to make it look like there will at least be another inning. But we've seen Shy Guys rip homers, and if Shy Guy can get on base, well, they have Dark Bones up next. And the Monarchs able to stay alive, but unless they can put up a lot of runs here, starting to look pretty grim. Yeah,
and especially you really have to hand it to every single team that we've seen play today, because there hasn't been any quick mercies. Like, most games tonight have, I think all of the games tonight, if I'm not mistaken, have either gone into the late innings and then had a mercy rule happen, or we've seen all 9 innings. So
yeah, tonight has had a lot of close games, or long games at least, for sure.
Much to my dismay. I kind of want to get
the Monarchs able to drop that, and they have runners on second and third with no outs, and this is great position for Pianta. Not electing to charge, but he might change his mind here. And but able to drop it right where he needs. And yeah, the nice try with the buddy toss, but you're not gonna be able to get Noki out with that.
And Choco, while I agree with you, think of the content. The content's going to be so great.
You're not wrong.
Going to know the game's going to end.
This is the 50th pitch for Carmilla this game, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Mies have crazy stamina.
Well, that's the thing too, is just when they're very rarely getting like scored against, they can pitch for so much longer. And that's just right to Shy Guy. So they're going to need to go back to having 3 runs in order to mercy rule this out. Otherwise, we are seeing the 9th inning.
Darkbone has a chance to pull ahead of Pianta with home runs in this game, but elects to just go for a nice base hit to start out the inning for his team, and that's going to put his team in a great spot to score even more runs. If they can advance the runner here, then they'll likely score again in this inning. Absolutely. And not only are they going to advance the runner, it looks like he's going to go home.
Oh, barely safe on that triple.
Yoshi just barely getting back to the bag because he was thinking of the triple, but
Hover Athlete could just end it here, though. If he just charging gets a home run.
Mario could definitely get a home run, especially with Yoshi on base for the chemistry, but at least able to advance Yoshi to third, and another great opportunity for a run.
Good hit.
And great contact, and
It's down for a couple.
Toad's duel, and yeah, for Toadsworth, and that's another runner in scoring position, and with only
Very
one more
possible
run
to see
needed.
Mercy right here.
Yeah.
Stars is himself. And we're back to only having a runner on first. Yanta stepping up to the plate.
Coming in.
Stepping up to the mound.
That's some interesting information.
Honestly. Thanks, Nintendo. Okay,
Nintendo is here
actually,
to provide content.
Wait, you're actually able to find. Can you tell me, does Donkey Kong have the most stamina in the game? Because he definitely seems to.
Also, Toadie, I need to ask, have you been watching Shortcat videos?
Oh, it's gone.
That's gone.
That's gone. That is gone.
Oh my gosh.
That was what? That was Ada and
Nina, Pinta, Santa Maria.
Yeah.
That is gone.
Yanta
And
gets
this
the MVP.
Pianta
There's no way.
No.
There's
no
no way.
He doesn't. He was close to rivaling Bowser with. He might have had more offensive points than Bowser actually today.
Absolutely insane games.
What a late game Mercy. But we still got a Mercy out of it.
Yeah, we did not have a
Mercy.
single early game Mercy at all today. But you know what? We made it through, y'all. We're here.
DK's the sixth highest stamina at 75.
Is Bowser the highest then?
Of course, the Pink Menace was the Pink Menace.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
200 points, not nearly as much as earlier, but 200.
190 in batting, yeah. 190 in batting. That's insane.
That is actually just.
I mean,
insanity.
it's well deserved when you pull up the stat sheet. You see that this man hit for 5 times at bat. For 5 times at bat, he hit 3 home runs. Out of the 5 times he was up at bat, he didn't get on base any other time, but he hit 3 home runs. Each home run, he has 5 RBIs.
So thank you so much for the raid.
Toad, my guess would be
Iman, how's it going? Luker, how's it going? Skia, how's it going? Skaya. We're through. I'm so sorry that you missed the games if you weren't here.
We got a little bit of
Really?
we got a little bit of stats to accumulate really quick. If people will bear with me.
Oh. So then what is it like
How's it going, Lord Amon?
Pink Yoshi or Red Yoshi with the most stamina?
Wait.
It's Goomba. Oh, cool.
Really? That is so surprising. Stream over, we missed it. All right, guys, you're gonna be here for another 3.5 hours. I'm so sorry.
We're gonna run it back. Understood.
Luker missed it, so we're running back the entire 3.5 hour stream. Oh man. Yes. I can't lie, I'm so tempted just to like pull up my copy of Mario Super Sluggers and just start playing it and just play a single game of that.
Could you post a link to that table in the chat?
Absolutely, please do.
Or DM me.
We'd love to see it.
Yeah, I would love to see it. I'm a numbers nerd, so I'd love to see all the numbers on everybody.
Same.
Do we not have an EG? Is it Epilogue? It's not. I'm gonna have to figure out what command that is.
I should
There it
have
is.
one that's EG.
There we go. Yeah, there's.
Oh,
there's
that's weird. It
section
wasn't
for-
working from your chat. Normally it does. But yeah, there's Epilogue Gaming
All right,
Discord.
so the updated standings for everybody. Where is my thing? Boom. Pull it up. There we go. Updated standings for everybody here. We got the Wild remain at the top at 5-0. The Fireballs, the Monsters are 4-1. Muscles, Monkeys are 3-2. Spitballs, Eggs, Rookies, and Knights, and Monarchs are all 2-3. The Flowers are 1-4. The Birdo Bows are unfortunately 0-5 right now.
It is such a rough week. It's been such rough weeks for them, time and time again.
Yeah.
The Monsters dominating the Mushroom Kingdom Conference, with the Muscles shortly behind them.
Let me run it back, please. I'm begging you.
This is the end of the first set of inter-conference games. We're going to be going to out of conference in the second half of this week, and it's going to be six sets or 6 games of out of conference play.
Should be 3 weeks of that then, right?
Yeah, 3 weeks. Even though it's technically starting at the back half of this week. But yes, so right now, as of right now, Monsters, Muscles, Monkeys, Spitballs are all in playoff contention, but we're not near the playoffs anywhere close to it right now.
Yeah,
As
we
far as
have so many more games to play.
So is it top 6 teams from each division or top
No.
6 teams?
Well, so there's a little confusion. I was stupid. I was confused. We're gonna take the top 4 teams of each conference and move a traditional bracket from there. So both sides will have one champion for their conference, and the champions will go head to head, just like baseball. The 2 teams that win their sides will go head to head in the finals. So it's definitely, you want to have the home advantage, because again, they're best of 3 series for the playoffs, so you're going to be facing each team that you face off against 3 times, hoping to get 2 wins out of the 3. And then the finals are going to be 5 matches, so that's going to be a crazy night on its own. Over in the Delfino Island Conference, the DK Wilds are dominating. They're the top of the table with the Fireballs and Rookies shortly behind. Bows still have yet to get a win. That is going to be a big thing. They need to get a win, hopefully. Going against a weaker conference might make them stand a chance at getting some wins. A lot of the teams dominate in the Delfino Island Conference, so maybe not having as many bullies around might give the Bows a chance.
I don't know. I feel like our conference is pretty stacked in and of itself. I just feel like it's more balanced overall. So whereas their side of the conference is a little bit more weighted towards people like the Wilds and stuff. So it's watching these games throughout the next 3 weeks are going to be really interesting to see what happens.
Absolutely. Anyways, that is going to be it for our broadcast tonight. You guys have any closing statements you want to make?
Well, do we want to do a group raid into someone again?
I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't.
Or do you guys have anyone? Because I do have someone if you guys don't.
I mean, I don't have my list open, but I'll follow the lead. I'll let you guide me.
Yeah,
I was going to go to Haru.
Haru sounds like a good choice.
All right, there we go. But yeah, overall, like I said, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how the conferences kind of come together and how those games will shake up, because I feel like a lot of the stadiums for example, Wild Stadium, having that brought over to our side of the conference is really going to make some interesting games happen, just because we don't really have small stadiums like that. We have smaller, like with Wario Stadium, but we don't have Daisy Cruiser small
Yeah.
of a stadium. So
Daisy Cruiser
those
is
games
a
could be
weird field too, because it's not only is it short, like it's like because it's long in the center and short on the sides, but also it has low fences, which is
Absolutely.
another thing that that Wario City has, which is low fences.
Yeah, and so where Wario Stadium is like more of a traditional baseball field, at least it does have low fences, so more things get passed. But I think you're going to see the power hitters from my side of the conference really kind of thrive in DK Wild's like on that stadium, just because we haven't had a chance to really showcase that off. But at the end of the day, it just kind of boils down to who decides to charge and who doesn't.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I completely agree. Ice Garden bad. Ice Garden forever bad. Fuck Ice Garden. And that would be my piece for tonight. Thank you, Toad.
And 2 teams chose Ice Garden as their home field.
Damn it. I hate that stadium. Why? Not only daytime, but nighttime Ice Garden? Why? Why do that to yourself?
Oh my god, I was like, I'm gonna let people choose what kind of chaos they want to have to deal with their home games.
I went for a like neutral amount of chaos because I'm like, oh hey, like we have the water geysers in Wario Nighttime Stadium and stuff like that. Like it'll be fun, but like it'll remain to be like normal baseball. Nope, double Peach Ice Garden. What the fuck?
I tried to go with a field that I think would give me the best advantage for the team I was building, and I think I've proven that my team dominates well on their home field.
That's completely fair.
No gimmicks, no fancy stuff. And chemistry gets to really shine on it. But yeah.
Okay.
And I think you just picked Bowser Jr.'s playroom because it's your character's field.
Partially that, and partially I wanted one of the most chaotic fields.
All right, we're rating Haru, right?
Yep.
All right, let me get that prepped, and then we can roll out.
Absolutely. So, thank both of you for letting me be here and hang out with you guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for joining to do commentary, because honestly, trying to keep up with stats while also commentating, I would never be able to.
Yeah, I wish I could be here Mondays too, but D&D with friends has been scheduled for years now.
It's fine. It's not a big deal to me. Yeah. Honestly, like I thank you guys both, because it's just a huge thing just to alleviate that little bit of pressure off of me trying to do this all by myself. So
absolutely. Well, I will catch you guys later. Have a good night.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. And hopefully the Wilds can get beat. Deuces.
Yeah, let's go.